Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Saturday daytime stream. We get one stream on Saturday and no stream on Sunday. That's the new schedule, right? So today's a cool day. We've got a OP13 restock. Speaking of which, let me take the price down for that. I didn't put a price up yet, did I? Because it has been changing so rapidly. We actually don't know. Hold on, we don't know if it's OP13 there. Oh, that's English OP13. Where's it? Oh, here it is. So it was for $12. We're going to take that down for the moment. We're going to save on that. So it's been changing rapidly. It's a dynamic thing. So then we're going to say we've got we've got first edition WEISS NIKKE restock. After that, we've got to price up some of our slabs. We've got some slabs. So we're going to say pricing consignment slabs. All right, which we actually need to do. We got to get some of that done today. I've been so slow on it, but we're going to get it caught up. All right, let's get rid of all this junk emails. We don't need those. And then let's grab the website. We like to set the stream up after hitting the go live buttons, just the way I do things. That way we start getting people into the room right away. All right, we're going to hit pin. Pin. Okay, it is pinned. We can leave this open. Let's leave this open. And then, let's see. Well, I don't think the WEISS needs so the NIKKE WEISS doesn't need anything. Let's go ahead and get a price on that OP13, though. How about that? Watching this at work while I work. Nice. One piece OP13 case. So we're looking at cases of OP13. We are. All right. Do you guys think we should try other languages of One Piece? Do you guys like the idea of that at all? Let me ask, while we're here, let's ask what kind of One Piece Korean we can access. Oops. One Piece Korean, do you have access to? Anything you think is a good deal? All right, so I'm asking my Korea guy if he's got any One Piece Korean. I'm going to close this. We don't need this anymore. And, right, we were looking at One Piece prices. So cheap, so affordable. That's the best thing about One Piece. The one thing I like about One Piece so much is just how cheap it is. It's so cheap, so affordable. Wow, so let's say Japanese. Okay, we're saying Japanese. We want a One Piece case. We want it to be Japanese. And let's sort by cheapest instead of most expensive. Sometimes it works better one way over the other. Let's see. That doesn't seem right. Results matching, fewer words. Boy, they are expensive, bro. Cheaper than the English version, though. So it's trickier than ever to shop for this stuff, huh? Okay, let's see. What do we got going on here? So here's a Malta shipment. Here's a Japanese shipment. Oh, here we go. We got one in the U.S. This is right. What's this guy look like? Okay, we got one in the U.S. Perfect. We got one in the U.S. That guy must be really happy because he has a lot of them. All right. All right. Divided by what? 10? No. That number's not right. Hold on. Divided by 12. Divided by 24. Oh, we're going to lower the price. We're lowering the price. All right, it goes from $12 to $11. How cool is that? Okay, that makes me happy. So just so you know, this comes straight out of a sealed case, not the same as a loose box on the internet. Straight from a sealed case. All right, we're going to throw this away. Sealed cases are going for a lot more than loose boxes. We finished an Ivan Rodriguez order at the end of yesterday's stream. Very good. And let me hit refresh on this. We were on order number 1591 on the website. And it looks like we're on 1592 for Mr. Chad. 21 hours ago. What did he order? He said, note, Saturday stickers. Oh, okay. So hopefully Mr. Chad's here. And let's turn on the iPad so I can start to look at your comments, because I cannot see your comments currently. Well, I probably could, but I'd have to use the phone. Yuck. Okay. We're going to click on this. We're going to click on this. We're going to click on this. Hey, you know what's crazy, guys? I was just looking on eBay about what my Gold Star Gyarados might be worth now. And I hadn't noticed this before, but it looks like a Gold Star Gyarados might have sold PSA 10 from the PSA vault for $100,000. I don't know if that's true. I don't know what that means, but that might mean my Gold Star Gyarados is now my best card because it's got a confirmed sale at 100K. All right, let me put this up here. Ooh, very good. That's very good, because now when I'm dying of cancer from sitting on my butt too much and being inactive, I'll be able to sell off all my good cards and pay for all my hospital visits. All right, let's move this out of there. That's pretty dark, actually. Let's move this out of the way. Oh, we got to update the website too, don't we? Yes, this isn't exactly a healthy job, I think. Mike, someone named Alex died in ICE protest. Should I riot because we share names? Well, I mean, it's only right that you protest. You know, you got to protect people with the name Alex in the name. I got Alex in the middle name. So Japanese One Piece. Wow, it says here, back in the day, we were selling it pretty cheap at about $4 a pack. It's going to be $11 a pack now. And it's no longer going to say out of stock. It's going to say in stock. How cool is that? So, and then this is from a fresh case of Weiss Schwartz English. Ooh. Yeah, I heard I shot a dude who had like a gun or something like that. Man, I don't know, man. I want to have a nice Saturday. Let me tell you what I was doing. So instead of protesting ICE or whatever, or being politically active, I was playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, eating a huge, delicious breakfast with Karis. We had like jelly on toast. We had, I made breakfast sausage out of ground pork. You know, I seasoned it myself. Scrambled eggs with a lot of leafy greens in it. We had potatoes with that. It was a big, heavy breakfast. Then I ate some of her Tootsie Rolls and assembled a exercise bike and played around with it and watched King of the Hill, and that was it. So instead of being out of my home, strapped with a gun, trying to fight the federal government, which is going to be gone in 3 years anyways, it's going to be a different government in 3 years, I was actually just living life. And I would probably say that that guy would probably be alive today as well if he was just at home collecting Pokemon cards. I mean, I don't know. Should I convince people not to be politically active? It just seems kind of like, what are you going to do? You're going to get yourself shot, you know? I don't think you changed the Republicans' mind on whether or not to elect Trump to reduce kicking people out of the country. You know, this guy getting shot is not going to change any of the voters' minds. Your own base will get angrier, so that's true. But that's about it, you know? So Trump will probably lose the midterms, though. Ooh, look at this. I found this cool bag. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Maybe watch the video. Okay, I have not seen any political videos today. In fact, I haven't watched any news at all, guys. I truly have just been enjoying my life today. It's been very nice. It's cold. It's freezing cold outside. Check this out. Look how cold that looks. The lake's frozen. I can hear the birds chirping. They're in the walls. We have birds in our walls. I can hear them chirping. They chirp when I'm in this room. I bet I'd wake them up. Yeah, they're squeaking. They sound like little baby chicks. It's real cold outside. Let's see what the weather is. The sun's going down, so it's only going to get colder now. Hopefully no burst pipes. It's currently 7 degrees outside. And we've been getting dusty snow all day long, but we got plenty of stuff to entertain ourselves with, like our own sexy hot bodies. All right. I'm trying to be like that with someone, says your local Soul Ripper. You ever tried to playing DayZ? We have any gym battles up? Hey, how's it going, Albert? The gym battles, they're very popular for some reason. Let me focus on picking out a new gym battle that I think is definitely fun. Happy to know the Pidgeys are safe. So here's an Italian Clefable. It's still vintage. All the vintage breaks went off. All the vintage gym breaks. People seem to really like those. So I'll just do this one as well. It looks great. It'll look good in your collection. I worked on a tag collection all day today. It's so close. I had to resubmit the whole thing because it didn't save my changes to the submission last time. So I was really bummed about that. But yeah, their website stopped working. It like crashed last time. And then when I logged back in, the whole thing was lost. So I just been resubmitting it. And I've been doing some pre-grading, a little bit of pre-grading and all kinds of work like that. Really easy to work when you got something funny playing on in the background. King of the Hill is really funny. It's such a strange show. Hank Hill is such a strange character. It's not like farty poop jokes like, you know, Homer's an idiot and Family Guy Peter's an idiot and let's all have a slapstick funny laugh. The show's actually like, I don't know, it's very strange. It like satirizes a certain personality type. Whatever Hank is, it satirizes that personality type, and it's really funny. Blah, that boy ain't right. I'm gonna kick your ass. It's really funny. There we go. I think it pokes at extreme conservatism a lot. That's what the show does. All right. But, you know, it's got all these other characters, like Dale's funny, too. There you go. You're going to watch more anime, absorb the weeb power. I'll watch some anime, too. I don't mind. I should be watching anime. It helps me understand some of these products. All right. The air in this room is so cold and dry. Holy cow, dude. Is our friend Mr. Chad here? The guy was completely fine on the sidewalk, arguing with the agents. That's totally fine. It's when he got in the road and starts blocking vehicles over and over. It's a crime. We have any gym battles up? I'm trying to be like that with somebody. Pokemon card collecting is living your best life. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 has the internet going crazy, and Season 2 Freerun started. Oh, it's a Freerun, huh? Mister, are you a toker? Quite the cough there. No, I don't really smoke much weed at all. But Karis kind of likes it a little bit. So she's got a little weed pen, but she only uses it on a rare occasion, maybe like once a month. And it's like when we're being goofy with each other. And she doesn't get that high, to be honest. And she really, really likes alcohol, but she's not allowed to drink very much. So I'm in charge of the alcohol. She just gets a sip every now and then. And so I don't like alcohol, and weed doesn't really work too well on me. I mean, I did get super high. So I tried it out. I told you this. So I got super, super high. I took like 30 big puffs of a weed pen, and I got like high out of my mind high. And I felt how you could be paranoid, but I just kind of laid down, and it kind of wore off, and it was over. And then, yeah, I definitely didn't feel like it's something that I would enjoy. Once again, it sort of like destabilizes your thinking. It slows it down, makes your head fuzzy. The lights are glary. The world around you is like running in 6 FPS or something like that. It's just a feeling that I don't pursue. So I like caffeine, and I like sugar, and I like video games, and I like talking fast. And so it's a very different desire. My brain likes to feel all hopped up. That's how it likes to feel. So it doesn't like the effects of weed and alcohol. It really doesn't like alcohol. Alcohol is awful. Okay. So welcome, guys. We do have our first order over here. Let's see. I don't think it suits someone trying to run a business with money. These pens are my vice. Pens. Let's see. Alan Dowanut. I'm actually 3.5 months clean off weed. This month will be my 4th month. Yippee, yay. You know, it saves... Next, you got to try math. You know, it saves your money not to do any drugs, by the way, guys. Saves you a lot of money. So, like, alcohol is legal and weed is legal, but if you did neither of those things, you got a sharper brain with the better memory, no concern about liver problems, from alcohol anyways, no concerns about lung problems. If you smoke weed, you get a chance for lung cancer. And I think they're both bad for your heart, too. So eliminate all these vices for your body and save money. Like, what's the downside? Well, the downside is probably that you don't get to socialize as much. But I'm not a very social person, so it doesn't it doesn't bother me. Topps Merlin Series 2. All right, here we go. I'm not very social, and I don't smoke or drink. There you have it. All right, I like to argue. It's all adding up. I like to argue, and I don't like to smoke, and I don't like to drink. All right, so, there we go. Merlin Series 2, a little bit further back here. So he's ordering the very expensive Merlin Series 2 series. Boop. And he wants a Merlin Series 1. So he'll take 2 of those. 2 Merlin Series 1. It made my anxiety go up. Yeah. You know, that happened to Kirsch the first time she smoked it, and she just smokes a little bit for fun. She doesn't do much weed. Phantasmal Flames. Maybe like once a month. Usually when we're being real goofy, huh? Trying to quit cigarettes as well. Yeah, I hear that. That's really hard to quit, I hear. Cigarettes. Cigarettes, they're like this thing you never needed. They're not a calorie, so your body doesn't need it for, you know, metabolism or anything. It's just this highly addictive nicotine drug, and that's it. And then you become like dependent on it. Who set up that system? Just the company that wants to make money selling you a little smoking stick, and that's about it, man. That's great for them. But I wish I could sell something like that. You know, like it's a straight up biochemical thing. You put it into your body, and then your brain just says, I have to keep doing that or else I'm going to feel terrible. You know what I mean? It's amazing. All right. Good luck, man. Dropping habits can be rough. 420 Blaziken to Ganjaman. She's playing Mass Effect 3 right now, and I'm watching. And we just got to this part where she runs into Javik. He's the Prothean. And when I played Mass Effect 3 like 12 years ago, I never saw that Prothean because he's a part of he was part of a DLC. So he was day one DLC for the game, which apparently made a lot of people unhappy about the game. When the game came out, they made it so you could immediately buy DLC to have Javik on your team. And he was this Prothean, right? Well, here's what surprises me. Javik, so I never witnessed that part of the game. Witness me. I never witnessed that part of the game, and now I am. He's got a Jamaican accent. It doesn't fit. You know, it doesn't fit. When I think Jamaican accent, I think of like, I don't know, like electric steel drum or whatever they're called. I think of ganja. I think of the dreads. And this guy's supposed to be like some, you know, 50,000 years in the past super race with like super technology or something like that. And he's like, yeah, man. What? Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. It's I don't know who they should have cast for voice acting for him, but it doesn't fit. We are. I guess this is just how it is in the world. It's almost like, same like if you took somebody with like a, I don't know, give them like, have them be like, oi, hey, my glasses don't fit my face right. You know, if you had somebody like that, whoa, look at this Gengar. Where was I going with that? It's like if you had somebody with a funny accent like that going on, you know, with the cadence or a style of talking or an accent, and you put them into the wrong role, you would notice it. It's not necessarily wrong. It's just that you notice it. It doesn't fit. You're like, that's, you know, that's the Jewish voice. Put it in the Jewish role or something. You know what I mean? So you have the guy, this Prothean with this Jamaican accent, man. And he's got like this role as like the super intelligent, you know, like, I don't know if intelligence is the right word. He was actually a soldier, but he was supposed to be the super advanced race, the Protheans. Oh, we're so, but I don't know. All I can think of is hanging around on the beach, dancing to the steel drums, and just kind of getting drunk and high. And it's not the right, like, it doesn't match. You know what I mean? I guess, say, or, you know, here's another one we make fun of a lot of. We make fun of Southern hillbilly accents. Well, shucks. Yeah, imagine they gave Javik a Southern hillbilly accent. And again, it just wouldn't fit. And it's like, what were you guys thinking when you chose this voice acting? We are. Bob Bloom. Mistress said the Jews. Here we are. Hey, I like Jewish people, but I also like Muslims. I like them both. I think the world's a little uptight about them right now, and that's not a good thing. All right. Oh, that's right. When it comes to these, you peel it from this side. Yeah, I like you peeling it from this side. There we go. All right, so this cost him $50. This is a Merlin 2 sticker. They're big business. Merlin 2 stickers have a chance to come with the holographic Charizard, which, by the way, if he grades 10, he sells upward of $2,000. I don't know how true that still is. He could sell for much more these days. But this is the Merlin 2 sticker, and it doesn't look like he pulled it. But let's see what he did pull. He pulled Meowth. Okay. These are way more expensive. We've got Pikachu beating up the Raichu. That's me from the deep, deep south. Yeah, exactly. Well, shucks. Here we are. So it made me realize, you know, how when you're picking a voice actor, when you're casting for your video game, and you're going to have a particular character, you're not allowed to use some accents. You're just not allowed to. It just doesn't fit anymore, you know? Weird how that is, isn't it? We can be, like, racist towards certain styles of speaking, or have, like, racist stereotypes is what I mean. Here's the bully school children who are holding a stick and look like they're about to beat somebody up. All right. I've been watching these streams for months, and my first time chatting here to replace my weed habits with watching Pokemon streams to learn in business. Hey, that's great, man. That's great. Yeah, business. This is a big deal. Look at this. The CEO of a business, his real job is being the smartest guy ever. He has to know how to fix all the problems for a company. Then he has to make tough decisions because he's good at fixing the tough decisions. We are all right. Dear Bear, what's up, man? Meanwhile, George Lucas giving a random alien the most stereotypical Asian accent ever imaginable. No, but see, that was my point, is that actually felt like it fit, didn't it? Or think about, who's the flying guy with the elephant trunk? Watto? I think it was Watto, right? Too many names to remember, obviously. His voice accent, it kind of fit. Yeah, I thought that the Trade Federation, the ventilation shaft, I thought that fit very well. Yeah, they were bad guys, but it felt good. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. So that is a hit. He did pull the holographic Gengar out of our round here. Congratulations on that. It fit, but it was comical on how the nose it was. Yeah, and they do Jew stereotypes in a lot of games and a lot of movies as well. Like I mentioned, the Jewish accent maybe or style, a certain style of speaking. And, you know, like Mass Effect has the Volus. They're basically the Jews, right? And in Harry Potter, you've got, you know, the Grimwald or the bank or whatever it was, right? So every story does the same thing. They take this group and they stereotype them, and then they put them back into their story and they say, you know what we're talking about, right? It's an interesting thing, isn't it? You know? Where can I buy packs for you to rip on? Hey, Daniel, take a look at our website if you'd like to make a purchase. You can also make a purchase by sending me money directly through PayPal or Zelle. J.K. Rowling was wilding. Yeah, actually, a lot of places have done it, haven't they? A lot of, wow, doesn't that look nice? Ooh, that looks great, man. Very good. Yeah, you can make all kinds of complaints about, you know, perhaps stereotypes that seem to be stolen from the real world, and sometimes those stereotypes not being so good. Yeah, look at this. Ooh, yeah. And immune to Jedi tricks. Also wore a little hat later on, did he? All right, Mr. Chad. Yeah, so, yeah, they do that a lot in shows. They do that a lot. We are. But maybe that's because if you get obsessed with banking, you turn into a certain person. Like if all I cared about was banking, maybe I'd be like, my glasses or something like that. I don't know. You're very indoorsy type, let's say. There we go. All right. We're just spitballing here, guys. We're just keeping it real, bro. Here's Chad. Thank you, Chad. Congratulations on your Gengar. Nothing crazy came out of the Merlin sticker pack, but there is so much in there that you could have pulled. There is a Gengar in that set as well, but the Charizard's the real talking piece. He's a holographic Charizard. Very expensive vintage pack to open, though. Thank you. That was, by the way, that was a $90 order from Mr. Chad. All right. People only dogging on J.K. Rowling now because she goes against trans. Mister, we need more Harry Potter cards or I'm going to Hufflepuff. You know, we've never had Harry Potter cards on the table. I just spent $3,000, though. I don't think I have any money left over. Any playing around money left over. Let's see. All right. I'm actually beginning to officially fight with that Japanese vendor who's kept my money in the product, by the way. So I'm not talking so nice to that guy anymore. It's kind of sad. I don't like to be that way, but he can't keep 4 cases of product and all the money for those cases. Just, you know, you gotta do like a refund or something. Looks like I acquired my latest move. You know what? I'm not going to tell you what I acquired. I'm going to share that information for the hidden channels in our Discord server that nobody's in yet. So I acquired something for 3.2 thousand. It'll be a little secret for now. All right, but I should write it down over there. Let's see. Where is it? So it's the Little Investors Guild hidden channels. Here it is. All right. Request this hand. Don't they do that in Japan? Artbox Potter with the autos. Prices on Pokemon cards are actually insane. You'll pay about $2,000 to $3,000 for a case. Here in South Africa, it's $2,500 to $8,500 a case with conversions and all. I'm from South Africa, so yeah. Tell us a little bit about South Africa. What are some of the fun parts of living over there? What are some of the challenges? All right, so let's see what's going on with you guys now. Let's see if there's any orders in the queue right off the bat. The news in this stream is that we have a fresh case of OP13 is now $11 a pack. It went down in price by $1 because we adjusted it at the beginning of the stream. And then we also have a completely fresh case of first edition WEISS NIKKE. They're reprinting it. You don't want the reprint. You want the first edition. It's going to be gold signatures in the original first edition cards. If you do the reprint, you get the silver signatures. They're still fun, and they are cheaper, but wouldn't you prefer to have first edition? A lot of people would. As long as they're like still within the realm of like being worth acquiring, there's a point where they get too expensive. So we have 2 fresh gym breaks. Somebody asked about the gym breaks. Ah, is this another gym break? Ah, a total of 3 gym breaks now. That's plenty. That's plenty of gym breaks. So we got 3 gym breaks. No need to worry about gym breaks. We got them. We have our zip, 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 zip. Our little lightning break there, Squirtle. Here's our big break. This Psyduck is called Rare Candy because he takes a long time. Here's the Heartbreak. I just thought that would be a really fun name. It's a really high-quality card. This one's modern, and it's the Altart Mew from 151. Probably worth collecting because he's, as a promo card, they're not going to reprint him as much as they're going to reprint the 151 population at large. So probably he'll have a lower population than, let's say, like the alternative art Charizard, right? The alternative art Charizard is going to have a way higher population than this Mew. That's something that really plays out over time. You don't see it today, but over the next 5 years, you're going to see that play out. South Africa is a great place. I think propaganda and all that puts a bad rep. Lots of great places if you have the money. We have people from all over the world in this live. Cool. The boxes seem to be limited, though. Pretty pricey. Yeah, but KWB, you're just saying something nice. We like to hear the controversial. We like to hear what are the problems. Here's Scissor. Here we go. And I don't know what you mean. You said the propaganda. I don't know what propaganda you're referring to. We are. All right, so here's Litwick Master Ball. Here's Sonic Tent. You see, people are way more interested in what's wrong rather than what's right. That's how it works. That's how the world... Okay, check this out. So I just looked this up on this beautiful Gyarados. I don't know if this is 100% true, this sale, but I suppose you have to assume it is. I don't know. Let me show you real fast. We're going to go to sold. So his last sold was confirmed 60. But when we look at this, according to this, he sold on January 7th for $99,000. I'm just going to round it up to 100 because that's what this is. You know, they didn't want to say 100 because that's scary for the buyer or something. But after taxes, it's definitely 100,000. One problem, it's Africa, says Kip F. 100,000 last sold. Wow. Does that mean I could slap $100,000 on this Gyarados and he would be correctly priced? I don't even know what to think anymore. He just bought it off of himself. Perhaps, you know, it's possible that he did that. Of course, if he did that, he paid a massive PSA price for that. Also, the other problem with it being the PSA vault, PSA would immediately know that it's him buying it. So what you really would have to say is somebody else bought it for him and then he gave them the money to do that. Is it so hard to believe that maybe it just sold? You know, because it last sold for 60. What's another 30 at that point? Crazy. It's legit. I just checked 130 point. Yeah. It's something you always have to wonder when it's legit or not. But we bought this in January of 2025 for $19,000. And it appears to have a last sold price of $100,000. Wow. And it's like one of my favorite cards too. I love Gyarados. Big Gyarados fan over here. That's why I have Shining Gyarados too, by the way. So I've always been a big fan of Gyarados. You know why I like Gyarados? Because he's angry. I relate to that. I'm angry. I'm angry all the time. So I relate to the anger. So Gyarados is angry and I'm angry. And so I've always liked that Pokemon. And here, I'll get the Shining Gyarados for fun. Give me a second here. But I didn't know about that sale. So that's pretty shocking to me. Here we go. All right. Boom. Shining Gyarados. I think these are the 2 top Gyaradoses. Probably you should include first edition base set, which I almost bought it when it was cheap, and I was so stupid that I didn't buy it, dude. I regret not buying first edition base set Gyarados 10. I was so close to buying that. But I didn't do it. I didn't pull the trigger. Then there's probably Legendary Collection Gyarados. Did you see the Crystal Zard 9.5 sold for 32? Yeah, that was in that one video. Yeah, I did see that. And he did have good subgrades, though. But that's pretty brazen. What that suggests is that people are expecting the next Crystal Charizard to sell way over 32. That's the only reason you would do that. Shining Gyarados, such a great artwork. Yeah, and speaking of great Gyarados artworks, one of the best artworks from the XY era is in this set right here. This Ancient Origins set has an incredible Gyarados artwork in it. That's part of the reason why I'm in the break. Here it is. See on the cover? No. So this box contains an Ancient Trait Gyarados, and it just looks awesome. And it sells for a couple $1,000, a lot of money. You could pull it out of any pack. It's not considered like a textured heavy card. In fact, you could pull it as a non-holo, a reverse holo, or a holo. You got 3 different chances for it. So I'm hoping to pull one of those in one of my 3 packs. There's only 4 packs left. I could just take those. I would if I knew if it was a good box or not. I don't know if it's a good box. If it's a good box, I will wish that I'd kept the whole box to myself. So I'm just tossing my hat in the ring in there with the rest of all of you guys. The CS-man's in there a lot, so he's betting a lot. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 6. He's got more than me. Brett's got 9. He's got the biggest risk. And then I got 3. So I took a risk as well. It's a gamble. It could play in your favor. You could end up with a lot more than you started out with. It's very possible. But here it is, Ancient Origins, quite close to the end. You have to remember, spot number 32 is already taken by the sublist. There's currently a sublist ongoing. Where is it? So for $40, here it is. For $40, you can have a 1 in 6 odds of going into, from this break onto this list. That's 1 in 6 odds at $40 per spot. And so 3 people are in here. That means spot number 32 is already half sold. That leaves just 4 spots left. It's go time, basically, for Ancient Origins box break. When it finishes, we'll put out an announcement, and then we'll open it up probably a day or 2 later, or maybe just immediately. I don't know. It's not the same as opening a WotC box, I suppose, but I'd like people to know that we're about to open it. I'll probably make a video on it and then open it like a day or 2 later. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's such an expensive box, too, now, you know. And then, of course, I don't know what we open after that. What do we open after that? Because it's all shockingly expensive. None of it's cheap. None of it's affordable. Though it's literally guys shooting outside like an hour ago, I can't even explain the bad. I'd be here all night. Yeah, we do have stuff like that here in America, too, though, you know. People shooting outside. We got problems like that. All right, a common denominator shooting. Phantom Forces, do we do this under custom order, says Splash Bruta. That's correct. You can order anything under the menu on the, or using the custom order button. So in other words, if you know the price of a pack of Destined Rivals and don't feel like looking it up, you can just say, give me 5 packs of Destined Rivals, $55, custom order. So custom order can be used for anything. So you can always search the website for the thing you wanted to buy, but if you just don't see it, just use custom order, okay? That's why we have it there. It can be used on anything. Let's check the queue real fast. I did an awful lot of talking there. Phantom Forces, team up afterwards. Ooh, team up's interesting. That one's really expensive, of course. We have Alan Voudois. Hold on. It's Alan Doan, isn't it? Alan Doan. All right. 1 box of NIKKE, 10 Japanese Inferno X, and a new bag. You're going on the ZELLE giveaway list. So we got ZELLE. And since ZELLE saves us a little bit of money, the way I'm going to kind of give that back to you guys is just hosting these giveaways a lot. So here we are, Mr. Allen. Okay. You're on. The way it works is you just need 1 spot on here. We're not going to hit out multiple spots. Zach got 2 spots. I really like Zach. Zach here, Zach's been very nice to us over time. I just want to say that. He's been very nice. And so here we're up to 8. And after enough time passes, we'll just roll the dice on this and pick a new one. Yeah. And the more people we get on ZELLE, the better, because the more business we can do over there, the more giveaways I can honestly hand out. Now, a box of the NIKKE. Well, you're in luck. We have a box right here, which I have now set on the floor. Is that right? Ah, here it is. Okay. Cool. And 10 Japanese Inferno X. We'll get that right after this. After these messages. So, 100% fresh case. Just arrived. Is still cold. It was actually outside. And you know what had happened? The mailman came to our house at like 7 a.m. in the morning. Dropped off all our stuff. How cool is that? That's how we got the OP13 as well. The OP13 and the NIKKE showed up together. That's a great post office doing that. I guess they did that before the snow really hit. Yeah, when I woke up at like 8:20, and there was hardly any snow outside at all. It was like a light dusting at best. And now you look outside, it's about 1 inch. Been snowing all day, just a light dusting all day long. But man, it's cold. You can just feel the cold piercing through the walls. But it's like free air conditioning. It's a great feeling. Hey, what's up, Mr. Chad? Hey, before we begin, let me show Mr. Chad his bag. He did a $90 pre-order for Saturday, and I got to show him his pulls. Chad, you can rewind the stream and watch it if you'd like, but I just want to show you your results. So you pulled, so we opened your Gem 2 pack. I'm not your Gem 2, your Merlin 2 pack. And you got some cool cards here. These are all gradable. Every one of these is gradable, but you did not get a holo in there. So that was kind of tough on you. But however, back here, you totally pulled the Gengar out of Merlin 1. So there is the Gengar. And you can pull him again out of the same box. He pulls over and over again, but that's him. You're also looking for the non-holographic Charizard in Merlin 1. Now in Merlin 2, the reason why it has to be so expensive is because there's a Charizard you can pull out of there. Holographic Merlin 2 Charizard, and he sells like for... I think I last saw him sell for like $2,000. I don't know what he sells for today. Might have gone up now. But he sells for like $2,000. So there's a holographic Charizard to chase after in Merlin 2. That's why it's so much more expensive. That was the plan. Thank you. Sick. Yeah, you can get another Gengar to be able to grade 2 of them. You can pull the logo Charizard non-holo out of Merlin 1. There's a lot of cool cards in Merlin 1. Or you can dunk heavier into Merlin 2, which I have a very limited amount of that. Do I have Merlin 3 on the menu? You know, I actually own Merlin 3, and I could have that listed as well. I don't know if Merlin 3 is up there, but Merlin 3 is interesting because it's actually, it's Gen 2. That's what it is. So it's got like Lugia in it. All right. Lugia is in Merlin 2 or 3? Lugia is in Merlin 3. If that's on the menu, that's where you would get it from. I don't know if I have it in the menu. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I kind of keep a limited amount of that product for sale because it's so rare. Mr. Allen. Alan Doan. Hello, Alan. How are you? All right, he's getting a new bag. You got it. Alan, is this your first time order? It doesn't feel like it. It feels like you knew what you were doing. Ooh. All Merlins are listed. Nice. Here's a holo. Merlin 3 isn't. Cactuar Queen, you are here. It's Cactuar Queen. All right. I just finished building a fresh exercise bike. I'm going to use it more often. I'm going to turn on Harry Potter and exercise bike for like 3 hours. Burn a whole bunch of calories, maybe. Here's 7 dwarves. All right. And here's a holo. I used to order a few years ago. Had to take a break. Oh, okay, okay. Very cool, man. Well, welcome back. And why don't I give you a welcome back gift? So for people who took a long break and come back like a year later or so, I'd like to do the same thing that we do for brand new guys. Give you a free card. We give free cards to new guys. Okay, here's that. And here's... We've serviced so many people over the years that we get a lot of people who are like return customers because they know what we do. They know I'm still around. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very nice. I'll give you a welcome back gift, mister. What? Here we are. Okay. So 10 of the Japanese Inferno X's. I believe we have those somewhere. Where are they? Ah, here it is. So it looks like we need a fresh baggie of them. Is that right? Yes. So a fresh box. Ooh, what else was I thinking about? Oh, I know, a deck of poker cards. That's what I was thinking about. So give me a minute. Gotta be careful there. Oh, I wonder if I should sell this Snorlax. Here we are. Okay. We still have that box break running, by the way, guys, for 2 boxes of Celebration, okay? Whew. Tossing that there. Tossing this here. All right. Do-do-do. All right. Okay, I'm back. Internet went out for a minute. Did it? You can't have the internet go out. Dooba 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 dooby, Scooby ba dooby. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Is there a snowstorm there, Cody? Yeah, it's still snowing here, and the sun's going down. It's about to get real cold, bro. There were winter storm warnings warning that people could even die in their homes because of how cold it's going to get. And I'm like, bro, it gets this cold every year. Every year in the winter, there's like a week where it gets below 0 degrees. It goes negative. It does that every year. And people are acting like it's the end of the world, man. It's crazy. All right, let's see what's going on here. You ready? Let's get you a random one. You ready? All right, one random card. Ooh, I'll get you one more. All right, oh yeah, there you go. Felt kind of bad. I was like, Lampin', come on, let's get him a nice one. Yeah, with no power, I saw exploding trees on TikTok. Here we are. Exploding trees. One. With the big power outage, it could get bad, mister. I'm glad I have a fireplace. Oh, yeah, we also have a fireplace. We never really use it, though. Fire and millions of Pokemons don't mix. So, probably not going to use our fireplace. We did use our fireplace one year, and I thought, how stupid am I? Running a fireplace and a house full of cards. I'm going to write that down as stupid things I shouldn't have done. People like acting like the end since 2K. Y2K? All right. Yeah, I was talking about how, like, in Walmart, the shelves were empty of food. And I was like, what the hell? It was, like, worse than Black Friday. It was as bad as COVID. I didn't understand it. It's like, bro, it's just January, bro. Like, it does this every single year. It gets really cold. It's the coldest time of the year. And then you turn on your heat and you go inside. You just take a day off work or something. You know, like, don't show up to work. It's too cold. It's going to last till, like, Tuesday or Wednesday from what I've heard. You know. Here's Miss Mages. No, every single year we got record-breaking storms like this. Here's Heracross. That's true. Every year you hear about some record-breaking thing. Here's Ambipom. All right, Mr. Allen, nothing too crazy popping out of here, out of these Inferno X's. But because it's your first time order after a long, long break, over 1 year long, you get these bonus poker cards. That's a very gradable Growlithe right there. He would probably be worth $75 in a 10. You got the lovely bunny ladies. There you go, the saucy. And we're going to get you a fresh baggie. 78 in California right now. People always have a reason to stress. Yeah, that's the truth. Yep, you cannot worry about the whole world. You cannot worry about what's going on everywhere all the time. The internet turns us into a little bit of a hive mind, you know? And for some reason or another, humans really just want to focus on the bad things that are going on, you know? We are. All right. I like to focus on the bad things too. It's very attractive. It's very exciting to notice the bad things. All right. Tax return documents available. Oh, no. Let's see. Okay, are we in PayPal orders? Good. So there's no PayPal orders, huh? What do you want to bet? There's a website order, though. So here's Oleana. Here's Iona's Watrel. Sonic Litwick. Arbok, huh? So the Arbok, these two right here should go in the A box. This should go in the M box. This should go in the C box. And this can go in the A box. All right. So let's spread these out a bit and get a picture of these slabby patties. Taking a picture here, everybody. Repent for your sins. That's right. I'm going to close all that. So as you guys know, we take, as you guys know, we take pictures of our cards. Hopefully he, oh, okay. I read that. All right, let's jump over here. We're going to go to the All Slabs channel. All right. Okay. Litwick, Arbok, Cactuar. And this is Hisuian Gudra. And this will go into the M box here. Mega Heracross. Good. So we got to do that to clear the table up. We got to take those pictures off and pull the cards down. Sonic, Oleana. That's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 10. Wait, this one back here is a 9. Here's a 9. All right, we can take these 9s down now. Ooh, you know, we're actually having a serious problem with the 9 box. There's actually not enough room for this many 9s. What do we do about it? Darn, I don't know what to do about that. Okay, so we're having serious problem with the 9 box. It's completely filled. Not only is it completely filled and hard to dig through, I'm actually a bit worried about the amount of weight that is adding to the shelf and if the integrity of the shelf is stable enough to carry this many slabs. Like, they weigh a lot. They're not light. All right. Let's refresh the website and see what kind of orders we have over there. Says that there's no website orders. Is that right? I feel like there should be a website order. I feel like somebody was asking me about it. Is it up to date? Let's try refreshing this. Oh, cool. Maybe there's no orders in the queue. Oh, wait. No, there's an order in the queue. I'm sorry. Here's Darren Thompson. I think that was just sent, though. Darren Thompson, 2 Poke Shuffles, 1 round of shipping. I have about 4 slabs and maybe 2 bags. Okay. 2 Poke Shuffles. See if you get lucky. Y Schwartz has some very freaky cards. If you check collector, it's censored. Yeah, Y Schwartz is cool for that, man. Good for them. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1 round of shipping. Darren Thompson. Hey, how's it going, Darren? Darren, just letting you know, the shipping might not go out for a little while, okay? All right. Those are 2 cold ones. Let's go find his 2 bags. He says, maybe I have 2 bags. All right. Did you check DMs? I sent a clip. Are you talking about the guy who got shot, maybe? I haven't seen that video. Let's see. Messages failed to upload. Oh, okay. So while that's trying to load, let me look for Darren Thompson's bag. Let me hit try again. Oh, weird. I'll check it on my phone, maybe. It seems to be frozen. Darren Thompson. Nice. That's a fat bag, dude. All right. Oh, look at that. Little tiny Darren bag there. And let's go check for a 3rd bag for you, Darren, just to know. He said, no snowstorm. Oh, snowstorm somewhere, huh? Well, I guess we got it light where I'm living. Yeah, I wouldn't describe this as any more unusual than normal for, you know, Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Dallas Willis. All right, good. So that was all the DA boxes we just went through. It's a lot of hollows in there. Set that back there like that. Okay. Mega Booster. Whew, those are scary, aren't they? Tell him I was good Jew. I'm younger. What? All right. I, too, want to be a good Jew. All right. I had someone tell me I would have made a good Jew before. Isn't that funny? because I was being real tight with my money or something like that. Some stereotype. All right. So let's go ahead and hit print. We would like to change the date. All right, so the date's been updated, and now we're just going to wait for that to load us a label. I think that was me. What? I don't remember who it was, but I thought it was really funny. So let's check out this video. Did we get a response? Is this a response? Oh, thank you. This guy's shipping one more time. All right, so all right, the vendor, I finally threatened the vendor. I said, you're going to get, you know, I was pretty mean with the vendor this time. This vendor who has not shipped my product for over 6 months. What do you guys think of that? All right, cool. Jesus, dude. Crazy that you have to fight with them that much. All right, I'm going over to Discord. Yeah, I think he was just trying to make money by not shipping my stuff out. That's what it was really going on. How can it take over a year for you to ship the stuff? All right, you're showing me empty. Yeah, this is how it was at my Walmart. Exactly. So he's showing me empty shelves at Walmart. Look at this. This is exactly how my Walmart was. People acting like it's the end of the world. I mean, I get it wanting to stock up before being locked at home for like 4 days or something, but you know what this shows me too, by the way? Shows me if the supply chain ever went down for food, we're all screwed. None of us are designed to be able to sustain ourselves. None of us. Like, you don't have a garden. You don't have livestock. Actually, I believe I have a slight advantage over you guys because I live on a lake, which means I can just go fishing maybe. I don't know if that will work, but maybe it will help. having the water nearby. All right. People by the ocean probably have the same advantage. Let's see. Tyler Davis, 10 packs of Inferno X. I have a bag. All right, Tyler Davis, and that would be the Korean Inferno X, right? So let's grab 10 of those. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I went to our Walmart, and the parking lot was filled like it was Black Friday. Like the good old Black Friday when people actually went out and shopped. And then I went into the store, and there was no food anywhere. I was like, well, this is why they couldn't fill our order out online yesterday. So that we filled out an order, and nothing got delivered. It was like, it was all out of stock. So we went there, and it was like, there was just nothing left. We are. Yeah, the news and YouTube has been fueling the panic buying. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy because it is, after all, winter. Nobody's ever heard of like a cold, you know, negative degree winter or something like that. Like it's just, you just sit in your house. Keep an eye on your pipes if they burst. There we go, Mr. Davis. Let's see. Thank you for this beautiful order. Your orders are the entertainment, by the way, guys. When you place an order, it keeps us well entertained. What are you guys most excited about on our menu? We just restocked NIKKE WEISS, and we just restocked OP13, a 100% fresh case, $11 per pack. That's about 1/4 of the price of the same English cards. So now you can open up the Japanese version of OP13. Crazy, it takes a snowstorm for people to stock up on regular supplies. Yeah, surely. Yeah, I was stocking donuts and cookies. Regular supplies. OP13, you say? Yes, a fresh case, 100% fresh. It just arrived. It came in the mail with WEISS, NIKKE, and it's good to go now. Crazy, it takes a snowstorm. Mr. Hunger Down with me and Tammy stay out here like Ted Cruz going on vacation. Yeah, Ted Cruz is like, I'm going to Cancun, bro. Can you blame him? I mean, I feel like he's smart. If you can do it, maybe you should do it. You can go somewhere warmer. Why not? He's allowed to do that if he wants to, I think. There's no law against it. All right, Mr. Tyler, we shall split this into 2 baggies. Yeah, you owe me now. We're going to say number 1. Okay. And, oops. Number 2. It's show you don't have any on the website. Oh, okay. They're $11 per pack. So you can do custom order for them. And I'll go look into getting the website working on that. I thought I already fixed it. Okay, Tyler Davis, number 2. All right. Is Kip a girl? Yeah, Kip told me he was a girl. There you go. Let's see. Now, how about these products, huh? Let's see. OP13. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby. It says I have them in stock. Yeah. So for my side, we changed it to say in stock. Try looking again for that OP13. Price, published. Says it should be active. Maybe someone else can confirm if Japanese OP13 is working. I'm a lesbian. Whoa. You're only into girls, huh? Not into men. Wow. Lesbian. Here's a Tim Harrison order. 10 Japanese OP14s. Okay. Hey, how's it going today, Mr. Tim Harrison? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. You're a lesbian? Damn, bro. That's smart. I got a silver coin for sale you guys might be interested in. It's this 5-ounce Black Bull of Clearance PF70 Ultra Cameo from 2018. It's part of the Queen's Beast collection from 2018. It is. You virtually can't acquire this anymore. It's too hard to find it. You can't find it for sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get it. Snip of this. Snip of this. No kidding. Lesbi friends. I was born a man. Why would I care if you're from Iran? I'm very modern. I'm not from Iran. I said I was born a man. Here's a holo. I spent all my money on Pokemon cards. I can't afford food for Snowstorm. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. You know, I can see the likes. There's 17 likes, guys, and 85 viewers. Smash that like button, okay? I can see it at all time, the likes ratio. Oh, here's an SR. No kidding. Lesbi friends. Lesbian. It's a lesbian. All right. Here's a holo. And a holo. The 5 ounces of PF70 America the Beautiful 5 ounces are selling at spot. On this over here. This isn't a spot coin. This is a collectible coin. So you get both the advantage of it having a bullion value, but you also get the collectible value of the coin. It's a real thing. I could pull up a whole list of coins that sell way above spot because they're a collectible coin. Here we are. Tim Harrison. Now, if you're just wanting to go buy, you know, spot coins or rounds or whatever, or big ugly, you know, silver bars, you can do that. Some people do that. But these have a whole different market to them of people who don't just want a piece of silver. They want the actual collectible. See what I'm saying? Look at that. I know that sounds crazy to imagine maybe, but we already do that with cardboard. Tell me what the value of the raw materials in this card is. Virtually zero, right? The value of the materials. How about this Psyduck? This Psyduck costs literally more than the coin. What is the value of the cardboard itself? It's like a couple pennies at most. And yet, it's going to sell for 1,000. What's going on there? Well, people are buying the artwork. They're not buying the cardboard. So it's the same here. What's interesting about large minted coins, yes, there is a minted value, but there's also a bullion value. It's a mix. So you're getting both of those things. Part of the price is the silver itself, and the other part of the price is the hard work that went into creating, you know, this gorgeous artwork. But then also the fact that this one's a PF70 and is part of one of first 200 struck, and you probably cannot find another one of these Queen Beast bulls. So there are people out there probably sitting on the whole collection, or who may need the bull for to complete their current selection, but they can't because they don't own. They can't find one for sale on eBay. All right, so Tim, I found my old Tops 10 Topper Charizard. Is it worth grading? Yeah, I'd say so, just for fun. I bet it won't grade 10, but it might just be fun to toss it up there and get it graded just to see it get like a 7. Here we go, Mr. 10. All right. Let's put this here. America the Beautiful is the statehood collectible. I was just letting you know. I watch it pretty close. I collect coins. Yay, 64 months. You guys are my friends. Here we are. If you're saying it's being sold at quote unquote spot, I actually don't believe that, because no business sells their product at the break-even price. All silver and all gold companies will increase their price by, I don't think any of them do lower than 3%. So they may say something like spot, but trust me when I say baked into the price somehow is a profit. They don't sell for a loss. They're certainly not selling at clearance during a high silver, high gold demand pricing time period. That doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? So the idea of quote unquote spot is a little more complicated than just the word. Hey, look at that. Kip's handing out 5 gift memberships. That's really nice, man. Look at that, everybody. So I think that cost him $25. Let me put you down for that. Let's see. This selling to the shops at spot, buying is another story. Yes, you're correct. Yeah, they usually don't buy at spot either. So most shops buy below spot by about 3%, and then they sell above spot by about 3%. But some actually do a wider swing than that. Some of them go up to 5% above spot when they're selling, and then when they're buying, depending on what you're selling them, they'll go below 3% as well. So they don't want to operate for free. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone do that? Why would someone go into work for free? Kip F, wait a second, this should say 50. Wow, that's really generous of you, Kip. Yeah, nobody goes to work for free. Everyone goes to work for a paycheck. And that percentage above and below spot is where the paycheck lies for those companies. All right. Let's see. There's a premium on top of spot. Selling the shops at spot. So, let's see. It is Saturday, guys. How are you this fine Saturday? Let me pull this down. We got an open queue. If you guys are wanting to have some entertainment, some action, send an order in. We have a couple of instant breaks. There's the Poke Shuffle, the Live Customs, the Waifu Shuffles. But we also have this Clefable. We also have this Iona. Those are gym breaks. They only require 2 people. That's what makes them fun, because they go off pretty fast. Once someone knows someone else is in there, they get pretty tempted by it. 25, 25, 30, okay? So you got a 1 in 2 odds at these 3 slabs. We have this beautiful Mudkip holographic Black Star promo. That one's probably going to go from 2003. That's the gold star time period. Here's Clefable. It's got a big, beautiful swirl above her head. And here's just a really nice Iona. This one's a modern AR, and it's just a great-looking card. You might want to add it to your collection. Now, on my side, I'm going to start pricing up some slabs we haven't priced up. I'm going to get this done. I'm obligated to price these. Here we are. Ooh. These are some girl cards. You might not have known about these, but before, I really didn't have room for them in the consignment channel. I didn't have room for them. The box was full. And ever since then, some consignment cards have been selling off piece by piece, and we're able to actually start working on these a bit more. You know, it's weird. This looks like a card that used to be mine. I wonder if I gave this to John Lucas, like he got it in a break or something. But that's going to be Perfect Swimsuit Song. Since it's a perfect 10, let's go see if we can find her regular price. Give me a second. Swimsuit Song. Whoa, girl cards. Yeah, we got some girl cards, man. Sneaker Bunko W62006. Let's try that, okay? So we're going to try, Sneaker Bunko. My computer's running slow. W62006. All right, there she is. Let's see what her top price is, because that'll probably show us some 10s from any company. From the 100 hours of coin videos I watched in the last couple of weeks, a lot of those shops are a little nervous to buy a spot right now due to the volatility. Oh, sure. It's kind of like the other day, Mr. LaFlame came to me and told me he had some OP13 sealed product to sell to me. And I kind of turned him down because I wasn't sure if I wanted to increase my inventory on it when it's at such an unusually high price. All right, because it's scary, because what if it suddenly drops? What if it corrects or something like that? So this card is about $70 in a PSA 10. $70 in a PSA 10. And we have to choose an appropriate price as a perfect 10. Let's do triple that price. I don't know if it'll sell, but that's a perfect 10. So 70 times 3 is going to be 210. Swimsuit song. Wait, let's do it in blue ink. No, I remember this. We're going to say 210. We're going to put the letter C on the side. The C lets me know it's consignment. And then on the back, we're going to say John Lucas. That's how I know it's his. Okay. Here we have embarrassing appearance, Ain. I think her name's Ain. She got her big boobies hanging out. Do. Well, well, well. The cheapest one of these costs $150. Is that correct? $150 plus shipping from Japan. It really comes out closer to about $180, which seems too high. All right, it's actually to be exactly correct, $185. Everybody, we're gonna start it at $185. Oops, didn't write his name perfectly right there, but I'll know what it means. Here's Murasaki Shion. That's a HoloLive card from 2022. That means it's already 4 years old. I was able to finally place that order for OP13. Nice. All right, well, let's get to that. I love this song. Here we are. Here's Marion. Let's do Marion real fast. She's another Sneaker Bunko card, so she'll be fast to price. I actually have to look up this other character, like what she's from. I was able to finally place that order. Silver could go into a 55% correction. I don't see that happening, but I don't think anyone knows. No, exactly. It could go sideways. It could go way up. It could go down. It could go any direction. But it's in a time period where some people are going to be nervous and be like, you know what, I don't want to touch it. All right, so I get to choose a price for this. This is a non-holographic card. We've seen other cards of this type selling for about $75. How do I know this? Because I actually keep a close eye on Sneaker Bunko because I have Sneaker Bunko cards to sell. Oh, we got to say John Lucas on this as well on the back. Okay. I did it again. There it goes. Give a like to all these waifus. We got some waifus here. Actually, let's finish. I tell you what, let's finish 2 more at least. And then we're going to get back to the regular orders. So this is also a Sneaker Bunko card. This is called Climax Hybrid. Dude, what is going on here? It looks like she's getting it from the back or something. All right, so this is going to be 082. We have 1 case of a pristine 10 for $95. Okay. Thought we were better than that, Alex. Dang. Okay, let's see. Put this here. Ooh. Your boy Russ is here. Hello, Russ. Letter C. John Lucas. All right. I've been thinking about doing a better job helping people sell their cards. I feel like I should have like a storage system for it. Kurumi, trying on Kurumi. I feel like that's another one that I graded actually. So here's Murasaki Shion. So weird. Murasaki Shion. Number E130. Boom. Waifus will keep you warm at night. Maybe. If you set them on fire, they definitely will. My jaw's still clicking. Still have that issue going on. Murasaki Shion. We have no examples of this for sale. Let's check sold maybe. Okay, there's no examples. The only thing we can go off of is a December 16 sale of a Murasaki from a premium collection going for $35. This card is maybe similar to that, but we're going to go with $45 for now. We're going to go above that price. All right, there we have it. 5 fresh grill cards up on the table. These are John Lucas consignment cards, and we help people sell their cards. All right. Let's get back over here. What do we have? What do we have? We have a Kip F order for NFL Panini. All right, Kip F. That's the next order in the queue. Mr. Kip, having a little fun with football. You're going to force me to have to buy more football because we'll run out of these. Did you try drinking Gatorade? I come back to the room and Mr. got a table full of ladies in lingerie. Now, surely that's not a problem, is it? I don't think that's a problem. All right. As long as men are interested in women, the human race's future is secure. Just imagine if guys didn't want these cards, or at least if they didn't have a slight temptation to acquire them. That could be a problem. Think about it. Really think about it. Mamma mia. This is driving me nuts. Even these out a bit. That goes there. That goes there. Okay, good. Good. We look respectfully around here. That's right. All right. Snipping this. Snipping this. Snipping this. All right. I really ought to get all of my silver priced up. I don't work on it very hard, but with silver being so active right now, there's going to be a lot of people speculating on it. Some people might be selling, some people might be buying. Here's Jerry, Miles Sanders, but at least we should have our stuff on the table since it's in the news. Here's Amon Ra St. Brown. I don't know if I said that right. I probably did not. Amon. Rookie. Yes, we have football cards. We're heading into the Super Bowl soon. Adam, who's this? Let me call. Here's Tutu. His name's Tutu, like Tutu Stinky Doo-Doo. I love me some Hawks. Here we are. I just swapped that H with the C. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then everyone will look at you funny. Here's Amon Saint. This is the big bad guy's music playing now. Marlon. Here's Marcus. And here's Brandon Cooks. No rookies at all in this pack? All right, no rookies at all in this pack. I don't think silver and gold is going to slow down in popularity anytime soon. Here it is. Here's Adrian Amos. I like silver and gold. That's why I always have some. Here's Kyle Van. It's crazy to see how well it's performed over the last 1 year. Jeremiah. Oh, there's a rookie. And Hunter Renfrow. All right. This music is like music to my ears. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Cool. Oops. And we're going to sleeve these back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's try to get 4 of them into a pack. So I take your bulk and I just sleeve them back into the original packing. This is your bulk. You get to keep the bulk in these because of the style of the cards. So that makes it part of the fun. What do we have here? By the way, did you know this came out of a completely fresh case of this? We didn't buy like a couple loose boxes. I bought a whole like case of these from a reputable seller. So that's how we sourced it. Here's Brandon Cooks. Thank you for the gift subs. It truly is fun collecting the coins. Here's Jamar Chase. Jamar. Very nice. All right. We've got Melvin. Oh, Melvin. Jordan. Justin Fields. And Daz. Daz. Kind of. Oh, that's a rookie as well. Daz rookie. Cool. There you have it, Kip. Thank you, man. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we can put all these in one packet. All right. Boop. All right. No Seahawks players. Not even one? Are the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl? Is that why you're excited for them? All right, Kip. Got a refractor or a whole bunch of rookies? Let's go put this into your bag. That was a round of football for Mr. Kipef. I think that's going to fill your bag up nicely. There we go. And there's that. Probably yes, he says. Ooh. So it's not a 100% certain thing yet. That's very interesting. Okay, we're jumping over to the website now. If they beat the Rams. The Rams, they used to be the St. Louis Rams. Here's Ben Garcia. 6 of the OP13s and 1 of the OP14s. All right, so OP14 is right here, maybe? And then OP13 is here. Okay. Why only appear randomly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Russ, why only appear every now and then? Why not stay and spend thousands of dollars opening Pokemon cards? How's life, Russ? Anything interesting? Are you a baby daddy yet? Do you have 2 girlfriends? Do you have a girlfriend who has a boyfriend? Like, what's going on in your life? Give us some drama. Anything interesting happening career-wise? Any discoveries about yourself? Like, hey, I really like corn on the cob. Here's a holo. I have a snowstorm coming. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. My wife has a husband. That would be a really funny title. My wife has a husband. Here's an SR. And it's me. We are. Baby daddy. Whoa, not that. Here's a holo. Okay, we'll toss this over here. Your grandparents want grandchildren. They're just waiting. They're like, where's our grandchildren at? Ooh. All right, Ben Garcia with the B. Ooh. Scooby-Doo. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. What? Where did this come from? Point down Pikachu. Eevee. Do you guys want me to talk about the break that is moving the most? Let's talk about the breaks for a second. We do a lot of breaks in this channel. Well, let's see. Break-wise. This one's really close. Yeah, definitely this one right here. This is the $40 box break. It's a sub list. It gets you a spot on our Ancient Origins box break if you get pulled. So you have 1 in 6 odds. If you get pulled, you get one of these packs, which is in our box break. So you won't get to see it open until the box break goes off. That's probably the buzz of the town right now. There's always some break that's getting close, and it's this one right here. You can jump in all the way for $230. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do the sub list. I think it's cheaper over here anyways, because this is $230, but this adds up into $240. So this is a little bit cheaper. So spot 32 is taken by the sub list. And then there's just 1, 2, 3, 4 spots left. That's it. We really are at the end of this box. And if you just want to take a 1 in 6 odds, a shot at getting onto the box, $40 for that. So that is 3 out of 6 filled, okay? That's 3 out of 6. That one's close to going off. It is. Here's a popular one. Carrying on His Will, OP13 English, OP13. The Luffy manga has hit a new record high of $24,000. That's what it last sold for. So it has somehow gone from $18,000 to $20,000 to $24,000. That is now the price of the manga 10. So the price of this set continues to rise. You really could pull a $24,000 card out of this pack. It's pretty amazing. It's a luxury product. $38 if you want to buy it outright. But here's a gym break if you want to challenge somebody for a pack. That's been pretty popular. A lot of those gym breaks have gone off recently. We have the Jumbo Pack Break. This is a fresh round because yesterday the Jumbo Pack Break went off on its own. There's a fresh round of the Jumbo Pack Break. We like the Jumbo Pack Break. It's very popular, a lot of fun. You get a whole variety of cards in there. goes off all the time. We also have this cool thing called the binder break. So the binder break, which takes these cards, just this. So let's put some bonus cards in the binder break. The way the binder break kind of works is we keep adding cards to it until it fills up. So here's some yellow border hollows. Let's get 5 of those. Okay, so that's XY era hollows that I had saved. And let's get a couple of these too. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are some XY era bulk that I'd been saving in a closet for a long time. And then let's add Surfing Pikachu as well. So there we go. All of that's just been added to the binder break. It'll keep growing until somebody says, hey, that thing, your Dark Soul, hand it over to me for my lady's painting. Here's Spiritomb. Wow, that's actually really cool. Here's Jumpluff. So this is XY bulk, and yes, it's that valuable now that I'm just placing it into an individual sleeve. It took 10 years for it to reach that point. This is 2016, and back then, they weren't printing Pokemon the way they're printing it now. You see, the bulk from today, never going to be valuable the way XY bulk is valuable. Pokemon had not reached a fever pitch back in 2016. It was just another regular card set and a regular card hobby. Nowadays, we're in a record sales card printing time period, so all the bulk today is never going to be valuable like this XY bulk is valuable. This is part of a bygone era, a different time period. Same here, even during this time period with Sword and Shield, when they started ramping up printing, even this is going to probably pale in comparison to what they do with Scarlet Violet and the Mega Evolution time period. Here's the binder break so far, though. We got these lovely leaf green poker cards in here. This is Kirby. Kirby, this is a rare card. It's Zapdos from like Quapolis or something like that. You can see it's an e-reader card. Here's a vintage Geodude. Here's Oshawott. Here's some these are actually also old. These are 15 years old. Poker Mario, Reshiram, Sealed Journey Together, Haxorus. And there's a lot of, here's a, this is actually vintage One Piece from like 2002 or 2003, so that's pretty interesting. And then after that, just a lot of random stuff. I kind of like junk, but it all kind of adds up too, you know, like look at this nice little Cubone, he's cute. How about this guy, he's cute. How about this Master Ball Slowbro? You know, hold on to that, let it get old, and then see what happens to it. It might actually sell for a lot of money if you grade it 10. Pot of Greed's in there. Schoolgirl's in there. All right, cool. Because I don't want it. You can have it. Okay, binder break. Getting fatter today. There's only 4 spots, and as it grows, it might reach a point where you go, oh, I better jump in there before someone else does. And so that's what I'm looking for. When it's fat enough, I know you'll do that. All right. So that's Ben. Thank you, Ben. Ben Garcia's done. Wait, did we take care of Ben? Wait. Yeah, we took care of Ben. I'm losing my mind over here. That's right. Did we? I'm actually forgetting if we opened Ben's. Yeah, it's over here. We opened it. All right. I was going a little crazy there, Ben. My brain did all that work and then it forgot what it was working on. The box break, by the way, for Pokemon has shifted from Darkness Ablaze to Celebrations. Did you guys catch that? So this is the new box break. You get not 1, but 2 of these. So that's the box break. It's 1 in 8 odds. You can see it's 1 in 8 right there. So you get both of these. You can have me ship them both sealed. That'll cost an extra $5, but we can ship these sealed. You can keep them this way. Or you can have me open them. It doesn't matter. All right. Very nice. And now we return to pricing slabs. If you guys want to have a little... Ooh. Oh, look, this is one of the gym breaks. I just didn't give it the exclamation mark. So we got plenty of gym breaks for people who like gym breaks. Here's Abra. Now, he needs to go down into the pricey channel. Pricey slabs channel for sure. Give me a moment here. Pricey slabs. Okay. Good. Here's Deoxys. Here's Heatran. Here's Iona. And here's... Ooh, this Whalmer's nice. Yeah, so he's going to be a vintage common card from Legend Maker. That's going in the pricey slabs channel as well. Kind of filling that box back up with pricey slabs. Ooh, Mimikyu 9, beautiful. Shelder 6. Here's Mario. Oh, we sold a Luigi to somebody. I don't know if he's watching. Somebody bought a Luigi from us, same artwork. And this is the matching Mario. So I hoped he would see this and want it. But yeah, the Mario's right there. Be a pity if he didn't get it. Here's Pikachu. Lovely. Wow, that's pricey. Look at the Pikachu. So the double dots suggest he's been updated. His price has been updated to modern, to today's pricing, right, during the slab rotation. And 75 for just a holographic is pretty good. People overlook Pokemon Go because they don't take those holos seriously. But that said, people call it small, and it is kind of small until you consider the holos are gradable. And then you go, oh, actually, there's tons of cards in this set. That's what's going to happen. By the way, that's my theory of what's going to happen with Destined Rivals. Is why I like that set so much. Big fan of Destined Rivals. Kip F is here. He says, box of the Sports Panini and send $29 to Russ. $29 to Mr. Tyler Davis. Is that right? Now, is this a gift or was this like a trade or something? From Kip F. I love y'all. Hope you're staying safe and warm. Yes. Yes, we woke up and it was cold in the house. How crazy is that? So, box of Sports Panini. Panini, that's the other one, right? Basketball, NBA. Give me a second here. Very bad with our sports cards. It's funny because the sports always end up selling. Panini Prism Blaster, NFL. Oh, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, you got it, man. The NBA is the Mosaic Blaster. Panini Mosaic Blaster. All right. I'll go get more football. All right, I'm back. Ta-da! Haha. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at these guys. Ooh, lovely. That looks great, man. Thank you very much, Mr. Kip. Kip's given us some entertainment, some business, some action. I like to call it action. All right, what do we got? Ooh. Oh. Oops. Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6. I sent an exciting order just now, says A. Perez. Ooh. Mr. A. Perez. My heart's beating so fast now. All right, let's snippy dip it. Get a little snip in here. And a little snip in here. And a little snip in here as well. There it goes. Ready? This is Quinnen Williams, Keenan Allen. We got Drew Brees and Quentin Nelson. There we go. Quentin Nelson. Just trying to slip out of my hand there. Going live for the first time in 19 minutes. What? Whoa. Here's Miles Jack, Plaxico, Michael Carter, and Hunter Renfrow. Ooh. Look at this lovely guy. Tarantino. Oh, right. He might have been a different name. Boop. That's Michael Carter, rookie. Here's Russell Wilson, Mike Williams, Elijah Mitchell, rookie. Okay, Elijah Mitchell, I mean. And Tom Brady fireworks card. Good luck with your first live stream, but no promoting in here. Yeah, come on over here, guys. It's going to be so good. When he was a Hawk. There we go. That's right. The Seahawks are my boys. They're going to win the Super Bowl. They're going all the way. It's going to be super exciting. I'm going to put a line on the game. That's a promo. It's a little ad. Okay, here we have Shee Smith and Eric Strokes. All right. Some rookies. Look at these rookies. No, it's going to be horrible. I'm building my stand for my phone out of Legos. There we go. And here's Mr. Smith. Now, I know what you guys were thinking. When you signed up for this stream, you're thinking, if only we could open up lots and lots of football cards. What other sports cards would you guys like to see on the menu, out of curiosity? Here's Dan Marino. Here's Kareem. And here's Jalen Phillips. All right, Jalen Phillips. Sports has never failed to sell. Ah, you pull another fat pack. All right, Curtis Martin. Davis Mills. What's this? Travius. I can't read his name. For the Jaguars, is that right? All right. Travis Etienne. Ooh, that's a rookie card. Look at that, everybody. F1. You know, I've heard a couple people ask for those F1s. F1 instead of NASCAR. Everybody's going to start somewhere. Use what you got. Look at that. Wow, nice, dude. And then Marcus Peters. Sorry, Marcus, you're not a rookie. Okay. You got a lot of stuff now, Mr. Kip. You're a big baller over here. We're going to call you Mr. Situation. All right. I need an ETB ASAP. ETB. This ETB shall say Kip on it. There it goes. Throw these away. And we'll pull this down. What we'll actually do here is we'll grab... Could grab all these, really. No, it'd be too much, I think. But we're going to grab your other square cut card here, like that. Place it in there. And then we'll start you a fresh baggie. How about that? Mister, give us a dog update. Where are the angry letters? Although it upsets me that the neighbors let their dogs poop in my yard, I've not worked on it. Almost all of my energy and attention is turned toward my channel. So I would like it to go away. If I had somebody who could just work on that for me, that'd be great. But I let myself get angry and then I just go right back to work. Got to procrastinate on something. Might as well be the things that don't matter that much. All right. Etienne is a big card. He had a great season. Oh, let's get that Etienne back out. Here we go. Travis Etienne, rookie. Look at that. How's that doing? That's a refractor rookie, and it's got a piece of his clothing, jersey. However that works. Did you ever have someone try to do a fake card swap return when you sell cards on eBay? A return? You mean like something you sold them? I don't know if I've had that problem before. This one's not numbered. Doesn't appear to be super expensive if I'm seeing it correctly. We are. All right. ETN. I knew that. Travis Etienne. Swap out, but keep the item and turn an empty box. Oh, the empty box scam. Yeah, I have had that happen to me by one person tried to do a big box swap scam on me, and I was clever enough to record myself opening it. All right. So I record myself opening the box. It's a very smart move. All right. Ooh, there's not as much room over here as I thought. So we'll put it right here. Thank you so much, Mr. Kip. The back has so much edge wear. I won every case so far in my eBay ID, but it is not easy. Yeah, you know, there's people out there who are thieves. They're miserable people, I have to assume. I don't know. I don't think people who have the character where they believe it's okay to do those tricks, I don't think they last very long. Something goes wrong for them. You know what I mean? Like, I accept that we live in a world where people do that kind of stuff, and I prepare for it. But I like to believe that the people who choose to be organized and civilized do better in the long run than people who choose not to do that. All right. So now we move on to Mr. Arturo Perez. $40 to my slab away. Thank you, Arturo. Okay, that's going to be an slab away. Here it is. All right. Tyler Davis, 10 Crimson Haze. I have a bag. 6 plus the 29 gifted of store credit. Crimson Haze. Yes, sir. All right. Crimson Haze it is. We'll see. There we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Okay, let's start snipping. Very nice. Here's this lady. And we got the turtle, Torkoal. God, I hate this Pokemon. What's her name again? Cold? I don't remember her name even. So we're looking for Alt Art Greninja in here. There's a really nice Alt Art Greninja. I just spoke it into existence. I swear to God. What the fuck? Wow. I said we're looking for a Greninja, and I imagined it in my mind, and then I opened the next pack, and there he is. Bruh. Wow, man, that was nuts. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. That came out of Crimson Haze. Still a fantastic set. Clip it. I think it's worth clipping. This is a great card, by the way. There's so many cards on my shelf right now. How many more hits are just sitting on the shelf, guys? But they have to be found. Wow. That's crazy, dude. All right, so we'll give this is a clip for sure. Such a great card, too. Really, you know, it was around the time that this Greninja started selling for $600, $700 that, you know, my spidey senses started tingling. I started getting this feeling like, oh, we're about to see a Pokemon boom. I had that. So there was a sort of intuition in me that felt a pattern occurring. And it was like, hey, this is it. These are the signs that we're about to go through another Pokemon boom. And that's when I rushed out and bought this guy. Remember that day? I bought it live, too. That was when I rushed out and bought that card. It was when this guy, as well as the Magic card from Paldea Evolved, when they started doing well together, that's when I knew something was up. All right, so this will be in the Clips channel. We are? Wow, we're going to say Greninja Alt at 100 minutes. Oof. Okay, we can also send it off to grade for you if you like to do that. Set that there. Wow. So crazy, man. Here's some commons. Here's this guy. Ooh. And here's the octopus. Oh, no. quick. Now, talk about OP13. Bring that hit into existence. Yeah, I mean, how expensive is the OP13 Japanese pull? Let's see how expensive that is. It's a good question because we just got a fresh case of that in. Let's see. OP13 PSA 10 Luffy Japanese. Japanese Luffy. There's one in auction that's reached $5,000. Oh, here it is. $13,000. So the red Luffy from OP13 is selling right now, Japanese version, for $13,000. Turn that down a bit. Ooh, sometimes that Pokemon battle music is rough on the ears, man. All right, bounty spot. Yeah, you need a bounty spot too. You definitely need a bounty spot for that. And how nice is that? You probably would not have opened up Crimson Haze if your friend Mr. Kip had not bought you or given you some free store credit. Oh, wait, why did I... Here, actually, I'll put this into the bounty. That'd be crazy if this card pulled you the bounty too, wouldn't it? So there we go. Okay. Let's grab a quick top loader for you. All right. What time is it, by the way? 6:53. Plenty of time left, guys, if you want to have some fun, if you want some action. Send in an order if you want to have some fun tonight. Look at that beautiful card, man. Gorgeous. All right. And your bag over here. That is nuts. Heck yeah, made my day. We're going to say Tyler Davis. All right. There we go. What else we got going on? So that is completed. And now we have an order from Mr. Tyler Davis, Greninja to PSA. I just put your bag away. Ugh. All right. Greninja. Put that there. All that work to get him in the top loader just to take him out of the top loader like a half second later. It's really funny. All right. All right. I'll listen to some grunge rock for Mr. Kip F in celebration of this poll. Okay. Sometimes I reach really far to access one of those boxes. Tyler Davis P. All right. Wonder how that card shop that opened out here in Camdenton, I wonder how that thing's doing. Wonder if it's having success. Okay, so we're checking the website now. We have a Ryan Shapiro order. Hey, how's it going, Ryan? He would like a custom payment for a rocket break and an English Phantasmal Flames. So an English Phantasmal Flames. Now, what does he mean, a rocket break? Oh, the pack split. You're the first one in there. I'm glad you did that, though, because, you know, people weren't jumping in there. And I feel like it's because no one was really willing to be the first one in there. Now that you're in there, I think people are going to definitely have more interest in seeing that go off. I make money no matter what you guys open. It doesn't matter if you open Team Rocket or if you open Phantasmal Flames. The truth is, it's more fun to see Team Rocket go off. It's a more special set than Phantasmal Flames will ever be. And, you know, those vintage packs really are probably just on their way up from here on out. Whereas Phantasmal Flames, they're still going to print it for a while. So I like to see that, Ryan. Oh, I wrote your name down. Wait a second. I need to write pack split down. I wrote your name down because you're Ryan Shapiro, the first person in here. There it is. So now we'll say pack split. How many spots in the EV1 box break? The EV1 box break has not moved in the last day or so. Let's see. As the Fridays go by, this will go off. So check out the price on it. 40 times 21 is $840. So that's what the break is based off of, a $840 price tag. But what's interesting is when you look up the price of this box online, we are by lowest. Let's see. Let's try and find one real fast. So the cheapest one appears to be this one for $900. Here it is. So this one's for $900. Of course, that number's larger when you pay for taxes too, right? So if I actually go to check out the real price, the after-tax price is actually $950. That's the after-tax price for me. It might be higher for you, especially if you're in a place like California where they like taxes. That means my price, not only is it not break even with the market, it's below market. This is a clearance break now. It wasn't a clearance break when I started. It was a break with the typical premium, because the way we do it is we add a premium. That's how I make money. This box not only doesn't have a premium anymore, it's below market price. That's what the odds are based off of. It's a very good box break, price-wise. And you just need a lot of people for it. And if you don't have enough people, it's just going to sit there until everyone buys a second spot. That's the tough part. If you want the breaks to finish faster, let more people know about our channel. It'll make the breaks more fun. All right, Ryan Shapiro, let's get your Phantasmal Flames. Hey, maybe we'll get a Charizard out of here. We got a Greninja one we didn't expect it. And eBay fees and shipping. Yeah, that EB1, by the way, I just want to point this out. Here's another thing I want to point out. So I do have a memory of the EB1s. We never pulled a manga out of those EB1s. So that box right now could have a manga in it for all we know. But it probably won't. But it's just that there's a chance for that. Like, there's no like, oh, look what we pulled out of EB1 card. There's no actually let me double check here. Let me see what the does it even have a manga in it? PSA 10 EB1 manga. Is a Chopper manga? Yeah, we have not pulled the Chopper manga that I remember. But either way, whether we did or not, it doesn't matter. You can literally just hold the box and it would go up in price. But I think it's a great box, and hopefully somebody opens it. I'd love to see what's in it. And I'd love to see us pull a manga out of it. But even if you just want to keep it sealed and put it in your closet, what do you want to bet? It just keeps going up at this point. I mean, it's old. It's an old set. There we go. Chopper's a main character. I have that Master Set in Twilight, now Japanese Greninja. I sent a small slab away payment, says Mr. Whipple. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's take care of that. Okay, thank you, Ryan, for the pack split order. So the pack split, the Rocket pack split, this guy right here has now moved by one. We're waiting on more people to join. It's officially started. And Joshua Whipple has sent 180 towards slab away. Good choice. You know, it's very tempting to open stuff and join breaks when you already have a slab away, but it's better to just finish off the slab away before going nuts, isn't it? I think some people do like a mix, you know. So there it is. You have the silver game. It's going down to 1,400. Oop, is this a new message? Who's this from? Let's see. Okay. Hold on, let's see. Click. Okay, we'll mark this unread. And we'll jump over here. 1,300 left, correct? Let's see, you sent 180. And the previous amount, let me double check if I did my math wrong. I should use a calculator each time, but you're asking me if I did it wrongly. So the previous amount on the slab was 1,580. So 1,580 minus 180 is 1,400. Okay, just telling you that. Have a look at it, okay? If at some point you had already paid off, if you had already paid off 180 at some point, I'm sorry, if you'd already paid off 100 at some point, let me know. I might have missed that or something. But yeah, take a look at it. It goes from 1,580 to 1,400. I was a bit off, no worries. Okay, good. That's why we have like a public ledger, basically, so you can know exactly how much you have left. No mistakes. And you can compare that against like your receipts in PayPal or whatever method you guys use to pay. All right, there's currently no one in the queue, which gives me a chance to price up a couple more of these. So we got a couple more of these John Lucas slabs. He has hired me on consignment to sell these for him. I'd like to do that for you guys too. If you have any slabs at all, I'm taking consignment a little more seriously, and I want to start making videos about the consignment slabs too. How much do your Merlin Series 3 go for? Let me check the menu. Let's see if we have them in the menu. So I might not have allowed them on the menu because they're too rare, but maybe I should sell some. I like to see them get opened. The problem I have is why sell them when I can just open them and grade them myself, like literally. That's all I have to do. That's true for all of them, by the way. I can just open them myself to that value. Here it is. So Merlin 3 is in the The YouTube description menu. Do you know how to use the YouTube description menu? You just go to the description and scroll down after you open the menu, after you open the description. So it's for $30 in that menu. Let me see if it's in the website menu, because it might not be in the website. So we're going to check out products, all products. I'll type in a generic word like Merlin. Yeah, Merlin 3 is on the website. It's there. Okay, good. Let me type in Tops as well. Let me make sure all Tops products are on the menu. Top Series 1. Tops the first movie for 200. I should actually raise that price. And Top Series 3 is not on the menu, right? Okay, so Top Series 3 is not in our menu. Oh, it's not Series 3, it's Series 2. So I'm raising Series 2 from 200 to 240 because I've decided that I would like to open those. I think they're extremely good. I think there's a chance for an extremely good Gengar to pop out of there. Multiple Gengars, actually. And so I'm thinking a lot about opening those myself. Okay, let's see. We're going to add a new product, though. Tops. Pokemon Series 2. This set contains the extremely desirable Tops Gengar in it, as well as a transparent Charizard. And a Tower of Terror, which is another Gengar card. It's an exceptional set with almost zero stickiness. All right. We're going to say probably zero. Now I'm going to say with what appears to be zero stickiness. There we go. All right. Because from what we've seen, it's exactly perfect. There's no stickiness at all. Oh. We need to do one more thing. We need to price it. All right. So we're going to update it. Cool. Time to hit the LGS. That's 5 minutes away. Mr. Kachad says, CA Chad says, thank you, mister. No problem, man. I just bought that PSA9 Greninja, same card while we were on Hitch. You still have my Sabaway as MS69 completer, but it should be Pokemon Yellow. This is Aovic. Let me take a quick look at that, Mr. Aovic. So we have Aovic. On my screen, it says it is the Game Boy. Let me show you. So here it is. So my bet is that that's an old... You're looking at a different posting under a different name. I'm trying to remember... Give me a second. I'm trying to remember your real name. It is with like a V or something. Hold on. There it is, Victor Cardenas. So the Victor Cardenas, you're saying the completer coin is done. That's right. You finished it. You bought it outright. There you go. That wasn't too bad of a purchase, was it? I mean, the price of silver went up. So there you have it. We have an order from Kip F next. Kip F says, $25 for your boy Russ to spend. Is he even still here? All right, let's see. Can you read my message, please, on Discord? Yes, I'll read your message on Discord. So, let's see. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, give me a second. There you go. All right. So let me write this down. There goes. All right, we'll set that over there. Okay. Whew. There we go. Whew. Let me go ahead and delete this. Delete. And is Justice or Patty winning tonight? Thanks to the Stream Spirit for the gifted memberships. Yes, yes. Hey, how's it going, Anthony Shime? It's nice to see you, man. So we were just pricing up these for Mr. John Lucas. So we do consignment sales, and we slowed down on it for a second, and now we're right back to it. All of these slabs will have a picture taken in Discord, and then probably the other thing we'll do is make a nice video of it. What's cool about consignment cards is if you're trying to get rid of a card, we can host it over here, and someone can place it in the slab away. Meaning that your card could potentially have a very good chance of selling because of the power of slab away. Think of it like that. Slab away is a very effective method. So we're going to say PSA 10, search for treasure E050. Oh, let me do this too. There we go. All right, tippity tap, tippity tap, tippity tap. All right. Click. So we cannot find the search for treasure E050 online. Search for treasure. That is a Dragon Maid for sure. Dragon Maid is WEISS search for treasure. And in this case, I do not see it. Oh, here's a non-hollow version of it. Kobayashi Dragon Maid. So I think I'm going to type in Dragon Maid like that. WEISS Dragon Maid search for treasure. Did that help? It did not. Let me check sold real fast. You got any Naruto? CCG Bandai? I don't know what CCG stands for, but we have these other lovely Naruto cards right here. See this? Foretold Prophecy and Broken Promise. Now you can see in the bottom corner here, that is official Bandai Namco product. So these are printed by Bandai Namco. They were printed about, it was like 10 or 13 years ago. I can't remember. So these are quite old, and there's some lovely holographic cards in here, including golden hollows. And now these are sold for $40 a piece. They're basically vintage Naruto. Not that cheap made in China stuff from KU, a brand nobody recognizes. Nobody recognizes KU. It's cool that they're printing it and that it's officially licensed product, but Bandai Namco, I think it's just more prestigious. I think that's it. It's a more prestigious set. All right, so over here, we can see a recently sold, oh, now wait a second. How are we sorting this? Oh, it's not sorting in any particular way. So I'm looking at some Kobayashi cards, and it looks like it wouldn't be unusual for me to price this one around $75. It's an OFR. All right. Let me just type in real fast before we go any further. Let me type in WEISS Dragon Maid. Let's get rid of the full title. And we're going to type in OFR. Because OFRs were pretty rare. Okay, we can see a number of OFRs selling around the $50 to $60 range right there. Okay, and here we have a really nice one for $75, and it features all of the main characters, most of them anyways. So there they are. I think that's a lovely price. I think that's a lovely card. Some of those cards were sold a little earlier there. John Lucas is good. All right, that's up on the table now. So that's Dragon Maid. And then here's First Affection. I think that's a NIKKE card, right? So First Affection NIKKE. Yeah, that's CCG. Oh, you said CCG Bandai. Oh, I see. Bandai Namco. Yeah, so the only thing about them is they're a little pricey. I believe I have a sealed tin of that somewhere as well, by the way, which is like the very best way to acquire it. Hold on, let me see. I think I have a sealed tin of that. You were asking about it? Oh, yeah. Check this out, man. Check that out. right there. There's a sealed tin. It comes with 4 packs, 2 of the foretold and 2 of the broken promises. But the best part is it comes with these promos as well. And you can order the tin sealed, or you can order it to be opened. So we can open it here live and you can see what your second promo is, because it comes with 2 promos. It might come with 3, I can't remember. Yeah, we've been selling those for like years, man. Years, bro. All right, it's 7/12, everybody. Here we have it, Goddess of Victory. They want a whopping $128 on it for the English version. There it is. Wow, that's crazy. All right, we'll do it. 128. We'll start it there and see where it goes. There you have it. So you got Dragon Maid, you got First Affection. Here's Fu Sao from Azur Lane. So that's Azur Lane. And this is also a fancy Azur Lane card. This says Don't Miss It Okay, and it's a triple R plus. Okay. Is Alexis still working for you? Yeah, we're lucky. We still got Alexis working with us. She's very nice. She's so normal, dude. She's so normal. Love it. Love it. She's a very normal person. Here we are. Let's see. Kuromi E101. She's just a normal person with a normal life. How nice is that? Trying on Kuromi. I don't think we're going to find this one. Okay, we can't find it. I'm going to start this trying on Kuromi for 45. Now, what you're looking at here is a simple box top. Oh, it's a box topper. So you can't officially pull this from the boosters. Okay, we're going to go with the higher price. I know box toppers. So box toppers tend to cost a little more because you can't pull. This is not the same as like a non-hollow common. Okay, that's what you got to understand. A non-hollow common would pull out of this set over and over and over and over again. So this card is non-hollow, but it's actually a lot more rare than a common because it's a box topper. So they didn't print as many of these. There's just, you know, like every box has a different box topper. So a whole case will have a couple of these bra girl ones. Let's check out the population on it to help you out. And actually, you know what? We should put the C's on the left side so that the right side can still be reserved for the pop count. Yeah, so this card will be pop count 16. Quite rare. 16, C. So we'll put C on the left side to mean consignment, and the other side shall be reserved for the population when we place population counts on the slab. All right, there it is. So Don't Miss It Okay. That's from 2025. That's a more modern card. She is awesome. She's done really good. We appreciate her coming over. She does a lot of work for me. Don't Miss It Okay. WEISS Azure. All right. Let's see. I can't find one for sale. Let's try Weiss Schwartz. Don't Miss It. Okay. I can't find the card at all, man. Let's see. It's Azur Lane SL119. So let's try Weiss Schwartz Azur 119. We're playing around with the search codes in order to try and find this card. I still don't see it. So we're going to try a different game now. We're going to try typing in PSA 10 Azur Lane Triple R Plus and see what kind of cards are listed there and what kind of prices they're going with. So here is a triple R for 150. Here's a triple R for 90. Here's one for 75. How about a triple R plus though? This is triple R plus. Let's try highest price. Maybe that'll sort the triple R pluses to the top. Here's one for 280. It's kind of sexy, I guess. Let me zoom into that. Yeah, it's like a booby girl or something like that. 280. Nope, they're all being priced around $100. I don't want to wrongly price this. Let me try one more time to take a picture of it because we don't want to wrongly price this. What I notice about it is that it is in Japanese. So the Japanese version of the card tends to be cheaper than the English version. Let's see. So that's a good sign around the pricing. All right, let's take a picture of this. My gosh, guys. Nope, can't find it. Taking a picture did not help. Let's take a look into the rarity on the back of the card. What I know is when you open up a whole case of Weiss Schwarz, you tend to get about 3 signatures and 1 RRR plus. Population on this card is population 11. Oh, does PSA have any commentary about its value? No, PSA has no commentary. So I'm going to start this out at $200. We don't want to go as low as 150. I think that's too low. We're going to start this out at 200. I think it's a lovely card, and I'm worried about underpricing it, not overpricing it, because I know how hard these are to acquire. You know, the ones listed on eBay, they don't appear to be RRR pluses. They appear to just be standard RRRs. There it is. And now Fusu, PSA 10, Weiss Fusu. All right. How you guys feeling tonight, by the way, on this fine Saturday night? It's the weekend. Are you guys having fun on this weekend? What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing for fun this weekend? Anything? You staying in? You staying warm? Some people live in Florida. They're not worried about this whole winter storm. It's not that cold for them. There it is. And on the back, we're going to say John Lucas. All right, there we go. We've priced up a bunch of John Lucas cards tonight. So you got some extra options on the table for girl cards. Here's Mr. Mark Potts. 1 Poke Shuffle, 1 Korean EV Heroes. Mark Potts, it's your turn now. Mr. Mark. Looks like we need to get more Korean EV Heroes. Oh, no, it's in the other box, isn't it? Is that what's going to happen? Let's try this. Ah. Ooh, we're on our last booster pack of it. What that means is we have to go get another box right now. Sounds like I'll be shoveling snow. It's cold in Michigan. I'm buzzed up. You're buzzed. He's Buzz Lightyear. Man, I remember when these first came out, and we were selling them for like 40 bucks for the whole box. You guys remember that? Man, that was a good time. That was so fun. And I bought like 6 cases of it. Did you know I'm down to 1 case of these? And now we got to sell them for like $5 a pack or some crazy crap like that. Yep, EV Heroes, they were fun, man. I'm watching the UFC tonight. Yeah, cool, man. You know, we've sold UFC cards on the menu before. Now, hold on. This is yours. Mr. Mark, that's your pack. And this is the fresh box being placed into a bag, just like that. And that's how we do it, okay, guys? That's how it's done. Okay. And now he's put on the shelf. Lovely, Mr. Mark. Ready, Mark? So we owe you a Poke Shuffle as well. In this case, just a round of cold ones. All right, sorry about that. It's going to be 20s in South Mississippi midweek. It's pretty cold. All right, the Poke Shuffle's coming out. You ready? Okay. We got 1, 2, 3. Ready? Oh, just a cold one. All right. Overall, Mr. Mark Potts, cold round for you, man. Cold round. Try again, okay? Let's see what else is going on tonight. Nothing in ZELLE. We like ZELLE a lot, don't we? How about PayPal? Anything in PayPal? Ouchie. Yeah, that was an ouchie round. And over here on the website, let's jump over here to orders. Cold like ice. Yes. Nothing in the website either. Okay, we've slowed down on orders for this stream. Here's Toxtricity. Boy, we were busy yesterday, the day before that. We were so busy. So it's kind of interesting. Some days we're so busy that people are like, where's my order? And then some nights it's like there's not much to do. You know, you're just kind of sitting around pricing up slabs all night. Here's Charizard. Here's Magikarp 8. Here's Shanks 9. Doesn't that look nice? Here's, here we go, Galarian Moltres 10. And here's Might Unit 10. So what do we got? MGC T. We got to change these two out. They got to change. We got Primate 7. We got Clefairy. Lily's Clefairy. That works. And Lightning. That works. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and take a picture. Pokemon scalpers caught stealing packs at Target. Oh, geez, dude. That's a YouTube ad. People are so vicious right now with cards, man. All right. I'm going to click on that. Lightning, Clefairy, Galarian Moltres. Okay. And now we can rotate this again. We've got Zapdos. So that's a T. This is a T. Let's see. Regirock's an R. Radiant Heatran's an R. So T, T, R. R. We need one more. Lucario's an L. Mimikyu's an M. We're looking for somebody with the right letter. Latios? No, Latios is an L. That won't work. Pikachu with the P will work. There we go. All right, there we go. So this is another lovely round going into our boxes. But this will go into the slab channel too. All slabs too. So many beautiful slabs for sale right now, guys. We just had a tag return with lots of exciting new slabs in it. You know, one of the things you might notice about the cards coming back from my tag return is that a lot of them are pretty cheap. Have you noticed that? Like, look at this Radiant Heatran. He's $34, right? And I don't know if you've considered this, but just because he's cheap doesn't mean he's not a collectible. You know, you might have this feeling like deep down, maybe you're waiting for me to put on Shining Celebi or something crazy like that on the table. You have to understand, once upon a time in the past, there were a whole bunch of cards that were really cheap to buy. You could buy XY era slabs for cheap. You could buy Sun and Moon slabs for cheap. You could buy Sword and Shield slabs for cheap. And what happened was, as time went by, actually this one is a Sword and Shield, as time went by, they got old. And then they got gobbled up. And then the price raised on them. The price went up on them. And so when I try to grade cards, I try to focus on cards that have that ability to start very cheap and get more expensive over time. You know, we're not grading like Shining Celebes, is what I'm trying to say. We're not grading base set Charizards and putting them on the table all day, because there's no chance for base set Charizard to you're not going to buy like a $10,000 base set Charizard. He's going to be $20,000 tomorrow. Of course, if we had done that in 2025, maybe, but we sold through a lot of our vintage cards during that time period. But the idea of acquiring really good-looking cards that are currently cheap and holding them and letting them get expensive over time is a core idea of what we do over here. That's kind of what I do. That's what made me so successful myself. I didn't start out with like super expensive slabs. I started out with cheap ones, and as time went by, they became expensive. So like the Rocket Returns cards, when I started buying those, like Dark Electrode, he was PSA 10, $75. Did you know that? PSA 10, $75. So that's how he started. He started at $75, and he went up over time. That was the trick. I didn't buy him for $1,000. I paid like $100 for him. So that's the trick sometimes, is instead of throwing all your money away on one big expensive slab, sometimes you want to go fishing for some cheap slabs and just see where they go in a couple years. You know, see what happens to them. See if they jump over time. Put this right here. It's a real strategy, because those big expensive slabs, they don't have anywhere to go. They're so expensive already. And some of them are so expensive you can't afford them anyways. They're well beyond your reach. But some of these cheaper slabs still got room to grow. I call it room to grow. It's an important concept. Let's see. Well, we'll put this over here, and we'll move this card and this card into each other's places. There we go. Okay. So there we go. We got rounds of we got a round of sub 10s here. There we go. When will Ancient Origins go off? Could be next week. Could be tomorrow. Well, it won't be open tomorrow, but it could finish selling tomorrow. It just depends. Every Friday that goes by, people pick up another paycheck. So, you know, wish I could buy them all. Yes. Yes, I know that feeling. That's the gotta catch 'em all feeling. That's why nobody can compete with Pokemon, because that's their phrase, gotta catch 'em all. Wow, that is a perfect phrase for collecting. This box is unbelievably heavy. I don't think it's wise for me to put any more slabs on the shelf. I've got a problem. The shelf is too heavy. I have a problem and I don't have a solution to the problem. What do I do? I could put the slabs on the very bottom shelf. That would make them pretty hard to reach. And it would also mean that the floor there would have to remain clear 100% of the time. But that's a potential solution. And then even then, the slab boxes are getting so full that I don't know what to do with them. We have a problem where we have too many slabs, guys. What do you think of that? I like it that way. I like having a huge amount of slabs because it means you guys get a lot of variety. I hate paying multiple stream services, period. Yeah, I agree, man. It's so dumb, dude. It's like they don't want you to know what you're paying for almost. The whole reason streaming was so good was because it was different from cable television. But streaming is slowly turning into cable television. It's super stupid. It's just cable television 2.0. That's all it is now. You don't even know what channels you're buying. They say, we're going to give you 100 million different movies, but you're going to have to pay us $75 a month for it. You know? So that's it. That's what cable television was. It was a terrible service. Streaming came in and said you can have all these videos for free for like 15 bucks a month. Now it's like $15 a month gets you streaming with the ads. You're going to have to pay for the ads. Oh, you don't want the ads? You know what I mean? So here are the signatures we have to price up also for our friend, Mr. John Lucas. We have Blau Moe. Here's Adorable Makeover. I don't know what set this is from. Here's Moment Summer Lucy. Second PRT Girl. Practice Girl, maybe? Here's... Does that say Tsundere? I can't read the labels. A Step Towards the Future, LA Plus Darkness. This one's going to say Yazora Mel. Kureji Ali. This character. The Squirrel Girl is called Magic Lesson. That's the name of the card. Here's... Is that an SSP? Oh, this is an SSP, guys. Whoa. That's an SSP. It's a rainbow signature. It's a higher quality rarity than these golden ones. So here's Aladdin. And here's this girl as well. So we have a lot of lovely signatures here. And they all need pricing. My pockets are feeling tingly. Dude, to watch NFL cost me over $1,000 a year. I agree with Dave Perez. I have some extra room in my safe. I can store them in my house. Have you seen the South Park movie about all the streaming services? Yeah, I thought that was really funny. All right. So, how about this one? The Ayunda Risu. That one's cool. I like that it's an SSP. Ayunda Risu. E143. Place that in the middle like that. And let's start looking around at pricing. We're going to start by looking for just the card. It's called Magic Lesson. Weiss Schwarz Magic Lesson. It's in English. I still use antenna sometimes. All right, there is an example of the card being sold. It's a PSA 10 listed on eBay right now for $200. Well, that was easy. So this is a $200 card. Okay. And with that being an SSP, let's see how rare it is as well. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so this card is going to cost... I'm sorry. So the population on this card is 5. Wow, that's rare. Pop 5, everybody. That's cool. I mean, that's an SSP, isn't it? All right. Here's Collecting Setsuna. The that's not in English. How many of these are in English? This one is Aladdin. So these are in English. That's a Akashi triangle, isn't it? Is this an SSP? No, it's an SP. Okay. Case hit in a PSA 10, only 200, seems low. Well, let's see. Let me make sure I did it right. Okay, give me a second. Maybe I'll buy it. This is called Magic Lesson Hololive. SSP is in the title. There's the rainbow signature, and there is the numbers. You know, I don't know if it's low. I don't know if I consider that low, but I think what I might do is put it up into the Waifu Shuffle right now, because I think that it's a lovely SSP, and that is the buy it now price on it right now. So we're going to jump over here to this. These girls never have normal names like Amanda or Lucy. Okay. He's getting paid out. Okay. John Lucas was actually asking me if I'd be interested in some of his cards so that he could maybe buy some stuff on the table. Actually, you know, we haven't written his name on the back of that, so all I have to do now is put this into the Waifu Shuffle. That's all I have to do. All right, so we'll move this one up into the Waifu Shuffle. It's nice. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it takes 10 spots in the Waifu Shuffles to add this in. That's because the Waifu Shuffles are $20 a spot. Tell you what, I'm going to add one more. Let's say it's E143 Magic Lesson. So I actually realize I have to make some money on it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to add one extra spot. There it is. It shall be 21 spots. So I make a little more than whatever it would be like. Okay, let's place this on the back here like that. Okay. Wait, now did I write it all down? Actually, let me write down the last piece of information. It should say P10. There it goes. So P10, PSA 10. I don't think that's really necessary, but it's I think it should be, that's how I should do it for every slab, so that I know it's, if it's Tag or Beckett or, you know what I'm saying. It's good for organization. All right, she's in the box now. So there you have it. You have a nice rainbow card in the box as well now. All right. They're all at least 1,000 years old, according to the Weiss Schwartz. Mister, did you buy a waifu? I just bought a waifu from Mr. John Lucas. I've been here since you had those moldy clothes by your bed, giving you that horrible cough. You know, the moldy clothing probably didn't help, but I'm very confident now that it was actually the fact that I was sleeping on the same floor as the cat litter, and I'm highly allergic to cat pee, cat ammonia. The ammonia that comes from cat pee, if it's in the air, if I can smell it, that will cause me to get a fit of coughing. We removed that, and voila, the coughing went away. All right. It was the moldy carpet in the bathroom. It actually wasn't, because we removed the carpeting from that bathroom. We tore it up, and there was no mold at all. The bathroom was fine. All right, so this shall say PSA 10. What does this say? This says Weiss Schwartz 006. Let's try looking it up. W110 006 SP. Let's get rid of the PSA part of it, and let's just say Weiss. Here she is. Okay, so this signature card costs, from the looks of it, about $45, and this one graded 10, and so I'd like to price it around 100. Let me check sold. So there's no information on the sold cost of this card because there's no recent sales, and there's none graded at all for sale anyways. So we're going to say 100 on it. See, and we're going to say John Lucas. Okay, she's from Ayakashi Triangle, right? Cat urine is bad for pregnant women, can harm the baby. Ew. Keep that in mind too. Yeah, so I'm allergic to cat urine. Super allergic. There. I always knew I was allergic to cats. I can't touch my eyes after touching a cat because they'll like virtually blind me, because I'll get like this horrible stinging pain. And then also if a cat touches me, my skin will have like all this red raised bumps and lines in it. It's really crazy. Okay, we have a Nicholas Williams order for SB01 and SB02. SB1, SB2. What is that? That sounds like Dragon Ball. Is that Dragon Ball? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. That was a good guess. You know, I don't memorize the code words on the box of the Dragon Balls very well. So SB01 and SB02. Here we are. Check that out, guys. So we have the new Dragon Ball Manga 2 series in English. All right. Cheesing. Yeah, I remember learning about cheesing on South Park. That's really crazy. Probably not good for you, huh? There we go. Lovely. Dragon Ball. All right. We've got Kitty Cat Meow. Nothing too crazy in here. You get one rare in the Japanese version set, huh? One rare. Oh, there you go. The Awaken cards are great. And that's a rare. Puar. What? Puar? There we go. Ooh. Ooh. All right. And then over here, we've got what? Piccolo. Full Power. And Trunks. Future. Whoa. Cool, man. The kitty's name? And then finally, we have another nice looking Awaken card. Trunks Future and Jace. He's Jason. Jason it. Kyle's dad fighting Kenny. They thought they were having an epic battle. Very nice. Okay, that's Nicholas Williams. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. What a great order. Nobody's placed an order like yours. Here you are. It's so good from the perspective of card collecting. Piccolo, Trunks Future. All right, lovely. Look at all these lovely girl cards we've been pricing up. Let's see. 2.26. Okay. Whew. Matthew Rodriguez, one box of NIKKE. Oh, yeah. The fresh NIKKE coming in hot. Here you go, Matthew. So that's where girl cards with priceless signatures are coming from in the first place. You know, I feel like there was a bit of a slow moment for Weiss Schwarz cards over the last year as everyone sort of pumped their money into Pokemon for a while. And you know what? I don't think that that's going to last forever. The truth is, when Pokemon wasn't doing so hot, some of our very best sales came from Weiss Schwarz. That's a fact. I know it's a fact because I was selling it. I sell everything. I've sold Digimon, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Final Fantasy. I've sold Weiss Schwarz. I sold a lot of Pokemon. I sold some sports as well. But even though Pokemon's probably always going to be our number one, Weiss Schwarz might be number two. The only thing that beats Weiss Schwarz is probably One Piece. And One Piece is having a great time. The truth, you know, when it comes to Weiss Schwarz, it's a broad variety of sets. So it's a bit strange. It doesn't focus on a single set. But it makes these really great card sets, like the Chainsaw Man set. Have you guys seen that? You guys got to give the Chainsaw Man cards a shot because you got a chance for some good Chainsaw Man signatures in those sets. But that's what Weiss does. It makes a, ooh, look at that. Makes a very good looking product. The signature cards have a great look to them. Here's a holo. I look forward to seeing what else Weiss does. The quality of the product's very high too. Like the cards are so well cut. They're typically well centered. The price is very reasonable. You know, like Pokemon's really unreasonable. All right, let's see. Oh, you got the double gun girl. 6 went so deep on Chainsaw Man. Yeah, she went deep on another set too. She went deep on Weiss Frieren, which I'm trying to figure out if my Frieren first edition English price is overpriced. If any of you guys can find a cheap case of first edition Frieren, let me know so I can adjust my price. Mr. Jeff Leon was kind of looking into that, and he found like a case for like 3,000 on TCG Player, but it still wasn't clear if that was actually first edition or not. However, there was one on eBay that appears to have sold for $7,700. And so I feel that if that's true, if that one sold for $7,700, why would this other one not marked as a first edition case not also sell right away if it truly is first edition? And so I have a feeling that there are no more first editions for sale, and we've got a very rare untapped case of first edition Weiss Frieren. So I think we got the goods is what I'm trying to say. But it's so expensive. Like, so I did the calculation, and we'll be asking, like, whatever it was, like $38 a pack on Weiss Frieren at that point. It is. She's part of the railroad crew. So there we have it. You did pull this really big-boobed girl, Honest. I don't know how to say her name, because her name looks like a naughty word, actually. So there you go. Matthew Rodriguez. Oh, Mr. I posted some potential Digimon sets with the top hits listed and value of the box and TCT. All right, I'll take a look at that. I have not had a terrific experience with Digimon, no matter what. Like, you know, trying to make Digimon work, you know what I'm saying? The problem with Digimon is there actually was a time period. Mr. Arturo Perez pointed out that I added Digimon back to the menu the other day, and it didn't sell. Well, here's what he doesn't know that I do know. We used to sell a Digimon set with a big hit in it. Really good, desirable hit. And virtually no one would buy it. No one would buy it. So I'm scared to wrap up a couple $1,000s into a set that just sits there. I don't know. They had that game that came out alongside that Pokemon game that people were criticizing. Pokemon doesn't try hard enough. But, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what the following on Digimon is. Double check with A. Perez before you choose. Yes, so even if the set's really good, I'm just worried that it won't work. So which one of these signatures do you guys think is best, by the way? Does anyone know if any of these signatures are much more highly desirable than the rest? I don't really recognize any of these. How about this girl named Mel? Okay, her name's Mel. Let's get a price on Mel. So Mel signature. Weiss Mel signature. That's why I'm going to search. Really broad term. Weiss Mel signature. Weiss Mel signature. And there she is. There is one for sale for $120. $120. I want Bulba Butt back. Bulba Butt. Mel, she got fired from HoloLive. She got fired. How do you get fired? Is it like a shameful thing, or is it more like, you know, that's a normal thing that happens a lot over there? There it is. Mel. This one's going to say Ollie. Weiss Ollie. Okay. Weiss Ollie. I can't find one. Weiss Ollie signature. Let's say Weiss Ollie 072. She broke company NDA, but the company let her say goodbye to her fans at least. And what is that NDA? How did she break it? She revealed how much she was getting paid or something? Okay. So this will be $120 as well. I found it online. Crazy Zombie Ollie. So this will be $120. You can put any of these in the slab away. We still got a couple of these left to price, and it is 7:47. I think I better wrap up here, guys. I had such a fun time with you all. I feel like we were pretty busy throughout the stream. We opened up like a half box of the new OP13 cases. We opened up 2 boxes of the Weiss Schwarz NIKKE First Edition, which is very popular. We opened up a lot of other stuff. We have Mr. Chad exploring those Merlin stickers, which is super cool. And it was just overall a great stream. Some big slab away payments in there too, like a $180 slab away payment by our friend Mr. Joshua Whipple. Never stated, but people pointed out she was friends with the rival YouTube company, VTuber company, and had just visited her, so everyone said she ratted her out. Wait, she was friends with the rival VTuber company and had just visited her. Man, that's weird, man. I don't know about all that, man. All right, so you guys stay warm. It's a cold January weekend, and I'm going to go play game. No, I'm going to work on the tag submission. I'm so close to the end of that tag submission. Yeah, I'm going to go work on. Actually, let me go grab something. We're going to grab, got some cards here. I believe we have an additional tag submission to send out, don't we? Yes, we have Mr. Mark J. Valerian. There it goes. So he's going to go out. Anything else? That's Mark J. Valerian. Good. Okay, so we got 2 Mark J. Valerian cards. Glad I checked that. We're going to take that with us. That's going to go to the person at rival VTuber company, Mel Cat, had just died, so she was sad, probably drinking. They probably wanted to get rid of her if they just went ahead and let a person go like that. Thank you, everyone, for a great stream. I hope to see you on Monday. There is no Sunday stream. I take Sundays off. So strange. We worked on Sunday for 6 years. That's how we built our Pokemon empire over here. We worked 7 days a week for 6 years. So if you're ever needing encouragement in your life to get ambitious and to set things up in a nice way for yourself, give it a try. Try working 7 days a week nonstop for 6 years. I think you can do it. I'll see you guys later. See you on Monday, okay?